Yeah.
Sorry for the tardiness. I got home from training late, so like now that I'm in the fight team now. I have a fight coming up November 23rd. So and I found that out recently. So that's why I had to do some extra training at the end, some extra drills and shit. But got out the shower, so I'm a little late, but I'm ready. I'm ready.
Better late than never. Let's start.
Yeah. I'll grab my phone.
I'm playing a bard next time. I already know I am. Side of that or a blood rager.
What I did read ahead on was the next Pathfinder adventure path after Rise of the Rune Lords. I did read that one a little bit, like how it starts. That one, that next adventure path, it right in the beginning it says you guys can make your characters, but all of them are going to be tied by this one thing. Like
So
right
y'all
away,
have to connect each
Is it
other?
Savage Tide does that?
no, the next Pathfinder adventure path after Rise of the Rune Lords.
Oh,
I'm gonna
which
start
one is
looking at
that?
characters now.
Curse of the Crimson Throne.
Rest of the Crimson Throne. All right, so what adventure path are we doing next? Curse of the Crimson Throne. Are we doing Savage Tide?
No, I was talking about Tuesday. After Rise of the Rune Lords is Curse of the Crimson Throne.
Oh, I'm completely tripping. This group is the one
This
that's
group
on the path
after
for is
Savage
doing Savage
Tide,
Tide.
after Age of
Right,
Worms
right.
is Savage Tide.
Okay.
With a different group, yeah.
Music
Holy
to my
shit.
ears.
Well, here's the thing. Savage Tide, when I was thinking about it originally, when it was brought up years ago, it didn't even include like Matt Johnson as a player. So now I have to rethink those entire
yeah,
all
that's
those
right.
ideas I had. Now that Johnson's here, it's like the dynamic is a little more expanded.
You did it with Pichardo, I think. You two had some fighter.
We had
groups,
ideas going.
something
Yeah.
like that.
The fighters, yeah.
Yeah, me and Pichardo had these two fighters that are like linked up with each other called the Warborn. Oh yeah, now that fucking Matt's gonna be in there. Shit, that's gonna be dope.
I do want to play a melee though.
Yeah.
Oh, we gonna do? Can we do?
Ooh, let's do that.
Let's do it.
Let's do that. Let's do a theme where Savage Tide is just all melee.
Just all.
Let's bring, because I think that like this is the. I think honestly, if you once you theme your characters, then it gives Louis the room to be able to create a campaign around that theme. So it's like it's almost like as a player, you're dictating the level of fantasy. Like let's say you decide to go, oh, let's make a group where we're all casters. That's definitely gonna dictate like the environment.
Right.
So melee, we could bring it down to like the level of like Berserk. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of fantasy where it's very, very grounded but still fantasy.
Spartacus, everyone is a gladiator.
Yeah, you're right. Gladiator type.
It's gonna take that one range
Knights of Round Table type.
Yeah, man.
Types of fucking.
I dig that, guys. That's dope.
I like that.
That's really cool.
No need to fear archers. Look at the Spartans. They got their shields, spears. They'll take them out.
You could just you fast enough. You can just
dodge
arrows.
That gets me really hyped because now that everyone in the group is like, it pretty much just facets, but based out of like the same concept of like melee. Now that gives a comparative like scope for everyone, right? So now you could gauge like how good you are compared to another person, and now you can literally spar each other as PCs. No more fantasy fucking Pokemon like battles. Like no, you can legitimately like
gotta box each other.
Focus your skills by literally fighting each other. That's we had the same concept
with the rage.
With the rage, yeah. But with the rage, it was different. The concept was actually used to determine who was going to lead the next mission. They would fight each other to be like, all right, what are we going to do next? Who's going to lead this mission? And whoever fucking fought that three-way, whoever won, yeah. But in us, like we have a way to justify how we gain feats and stuff.
Well, that's because they were a group of barbarians, so All of them were.
Makes even more sense. Yeah, no, it makes
They
even
were
more
all
sense.
like, all right, we're
Who's the
going on this.
strongest?
Right.
Who's the
Well, it was like
strongest? Like Viltamites.
every time they had a new quest, they were like, all right, who's gonna lead this next quest? They're like, well, we'll decide this the barbarian way. They all would rage and just start going at it.
Just the
Non-lethal,
Yep.
non-lethal
last man
damage, of course,
standing.
but they were
Yeah,
going at it, and
last man
yeah,
standing.
pretty
Yep.
much.
Yep.
Makes
It was
sense.
fun. It was
And
good
then
That makes
shit.
yeah,
sense.
whoever came out on top was like they would lead the next. Like all the other and members of the group would defer to them. Like
Yo, the rage was so crazy that I killed one of. I got charmed and killed a PC. And it was my cousin's PC, and he got reincarnated into a Earth genocide, was it? But
yeah,
dude, they got that bad. They got
Right.
that.
Because
That was
that's
a
the
Google
downside.
group though.
Your motherfuckers get charmed to
he
have to
got
fight each other. They'll
Yeah,
turn on each other.
he got
I
charmed
chopped his
by
arms off. It was bad.
he got
That's a scary
yeah
situation.
he got charmed by an unseelie nymph. It was a nymph that got him,
Hmm.
and then
Oh,
they
Faye.
started.
Yeah.
Yep.
I be thinking
Started
about
It
that
was
shit.
two. It was
Evil
two v
Faye.
one. Tegan, who was played by Ricky, was smart. He kept his distance. He took out his bow. He was firing his bow at me like doom doom doom. I was like dodging through the
kiting you.
trees. Yeah, but my cousin, he played more up close and personal barbarian. Ricky played one he shoots arrows, and he had two. He was a half elf, and
No, he was a wild. No, he was a wild elf.
wild elf.
Yeah.
Oh, what? No, he was a half elf. He changed it to wild elf because I remember calling him half breed. I used to call him half breed, and he changed it to wild.
Yeah,
elf.
he changed it to a full wild elf. Yeah.
Yeah, but he used 2 hatchets and shit. He stayed far away, but my
Yeah, that's
cousin
what it
who
was.
played
He had
straight up
two.
like
Are you streaming it, Lou?
He had
My
two
bad.
hand axes. Yeah, he had two hand
Tegan,
axes. For
Tegan
melee, and he
Wildbow.
would use his bow for range. But yeah, he did have two hand axes if he had to go at you in melee.
That
He
shit
was
is
far
scary.
away. My cousin had a barbarian that used use a hand axe. So he was up close and personal.
No, he had a great
Lost
axe.
both his arms. Oh, great axe. Yeah, the 2-handed axe.
Scary hours.
Lost both his arms.
Yeah, no, not the
Like,
hand
I like
axe. Ricky had the hand axes. I think he had two hand
Yeah.
axes. Yeah. Auric had, I think, a great axe.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Oh yeah, y'all all using axes in different ways.
It was either
Somebody
that.
using two-handed,
It was either
somebody
that
using-
or it was a,
Roth.
I thought it was a moth.
Auric had a great axe, and my character wielded 2 great swords, and Ricky's character wielded 2 hand axes and a longbow. So
Said
he
2
danced
great
it.
swords. God damn.
Yeah,
Greedy.
yeah. Karloff is
No.
nasty.
No, Auric.
Great sword.
Auric had a great sword too. I'm looking at his
He had a
sheet
great
right
sword too. I thought he had a great axe. That's crazy. He had a great sword.
He had a masterwork great sword, masterwork long sword, 2 spike
Go pull
gauntlet,
up the info.
mighty composite longbow.
Yeah, he had them. I think I had everything.
Yeah,
right.
he had it all. He was
Yeah,
telling
I had 2 mercurial great swords. I was Karloff was nasty. It was fun playing those guys.
Pagan
Anyways.
had the longbow and the hand axe. Oh, and a dadao. Oh, he had a dadao.
The Dow, that's right.
A dadao. I forgot.
Yeah,
What
Lou,
a group.
how much longer did Adelar have on the
The fuck is a dadao? Oh, he had a. I don't even know what they look like. He had his Asian ass weapon. Okay. Just look up the Dow. You see what his elf had. That shit. Just do an image search. You'll see what they.
how long did Adelar have on his ritual?
We were only 8 hours in.
Okay.
Yeah, you were 5 hours in, and then they
Five.
finished 10.
Yeah, because if it was 8, I would have got my grit back. But
Well, I think what I said was your
How
characters.
many hours total? Is it 8 hours total or 24 hours?
24 he needed. 24 Adelar needed. I think I needed 8 to get my grit back.
Your characters got here in about 5 hours. He started his ritual about 5 more hours later. So we're talking like. We're talking
It's
like
like Asian cutlass.
right, yeah.
Oh,
We're
Asian
talking-
machetes.
We're talking like 2 hours into your rest. The rest got interrupted. by these monsters.
So I have no new spells.
Now you guys went back to resting. Um, and the hours went by, and there were no more encounters. And so your characters did get a full 8-hour rest. Um, if we're talking heal checks, well, did anybody heal themselves before they rested? Like HP wise, so I
No,
know the
no,
ability score damage
no.
is
Pale
after.
Oh my god.
lady,
I remember. Well, no,
pale lady
Rolf said
goes
he
over.
was. Rolf said he was downing some potions.
My
Pale lady
character's
would.
gonna heal naturally.
Pale lady will go to
Ophelia
Sophia
was gonna naturally. Okay, where is she on here?
and ask Sophia. Says
Hmm.
to Sophia,
Got it.
I require
Oh, there she
your
is.
abilities with positive energy to reconstitute.
Of course. It is my honor to do so.
Lucian.
Lucian walks over to Sophia.
Lucian.
It's like, I need a little bit myself. Hit me with a little bit of healing, please. He's like, just watch out for what may happen. I don't know what's gonna happen with this negative energy though.
Oh, that's right. Pale Lady dropped. Why? Oh, yeah, how much did she get hit by? She dropped to like 15. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that sucked. She'll do another one.
Am I doing inflict light wounds on you?
Yeah, light.
So she when you say yes, she kind of like gives a mini squeal, aggressively pulls out a scroll.
You see Lucian roll his eyes like I don't want to get on my fucking stuff.
Is she at full HP yet or not?
No.
He said, just be careful. Be careful,
Alright,
Luan.
Yeah. Be careful. Yeah. I know. I'm so excited.
let me mark this off. Let's see.
Was it 1d8 plus 1?
I probably 1d8 plus 1.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It's only light wounds, right?
Yeah.
Not like I don't do anything crazy.
Another
I
8.
hope.
Okay.
Just
That's
pray
it.
it doesn't jump me to corruption level 3.
Yeah. So pale lady, as pale lady is getting healed by Sophia, pale lady says to Sophia, "It is strange. You would, without hesitation, reconstitute my form, even though you are now aware of my true purpose. Why? I seek to understand the workings of your mind."
Well,
Rolf,
that might
upon
be so, but
as you guys are talking and Rolf is drinking his first potion here, you notice like his neck around his Adam apple starts to kind of bulge, and his Adam apple actually pops out, and you see an eyeball on there.
Nope. You're
oh
not fucking
shit.
touch me.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry. Say what?
No, there's no save.
No, I said say what?
No, I'm
The
asking. No.
eyeball.
I'm answering him because he's typing them.
Ew.
He's typing in the
That's so
chat.
crazy.
Anyway, like I said,
Like, yeah.
Sophie's healing naturally. So
It's just
He
yeah.
got
It's
eyes growing out of his
every
body.
I
time.
can't,
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
can't
never mind.
respond with Adler because he's locked into a trance doing the fucking ritual. But man,
probably gets a +2 bonus to perception now with that extra eye.
It's a percentage chance every time somebody magically
Does
heals.
he? Does he get
It's
a?
automatic. It's
Does he get
automatic.
a bonus for perception because he got an eye in his throat?
that's
But what
No,
about
it's not his eye. It's not his eye.
it's not his eye. It's not functional.
Oh
That's
shit! It's some other
Oh,
creature.
so you just got a random eye in your throat?
It's just a
yeah.
deformity.
so
That's
what about
crazy.
Lucian when I infected him?
That's what
What
makes
about
it.
Lucian then?
That's what makes it
Don't
creepy.
touch me. Don't touch. Did you roll? Did you
Yeah,
Man,
roll yet?
yeah,
Yeah.
you know
Don't.
what? I remember
That's
this. Oh, I remember this '80s movie, and I can't.
nuts.
I don't. I remember this '80s movie, and I don't know what the fuck the name of the movie was. But I remember being a little ass kid, and it was just on TV, and it was just this kid. He was surrounded by like all this rubble. Something crazy was going on, but it was this kid. He had to be like 12 years old or some shit. But like he looks at his hand, and there's like a human eye like on the palm of his hand, and he's looking at it, and it's looking at him, and it's looking at him all looking at him,
the
and
gate.
he takes like a piece of glass, and he like
That's it. I
and he
think I've
goes
I
seen
think
that
that's the gate.
before.
I
yeah
think
he
that's
goes
the
he
gate.
puts it towards the eye, and the eye like starts quivering like it's scared. I'm like, what the fuck? That shit was freaking me out. I'm 10 years old looking at this shit like, fuck is this? Then he stabs it. He stabs the fucking like the eye on his
Yeah.
hand, and there's blood all over his hand. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this is about, but
Yeah, that's that
that
body
was
horror shit. You know
freaky.
what? One that freaked me out when I was a teen.
I
If
don't
you
know the name
go
of the
online,
movie
there's like
though,
this
but
It's called the gate. I'm
the
pretty sure
gate.
it's a gate, bro.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah.
I need to watch that
I'm
shit.
like I'll get no, you don't even worry. I'm
there's
gonna get you the clip right now.
there's this real life deformity. I forgot what it's called, but it happens sometimes. It's like a genetic defect
Yeah, it is the
where
gate.
like
Yeah.
you grow teeth in the roof of your mouth, like layers of it.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
my first time seeing that, I was like maybe like 18 or like 19. I was like on like what was it called? Gross.com or some shit like that. Like back
Oh,
then that
back
was
in the
really
day.
popping. Yeah. When I saw that, yo, that shit freaked me out. It made the hairs like on my entire body stand on end. It's like I don't know, there's something about it that was just so off-putting and weird. But it's I guess because it was real. Normally when you see like really crazy shit like that, it's fake. You know, like it's like it's like out of a movie. But this was someone's roof of their real mouth that looked like that. Yo, it fucked me up, son. That body horror shit it hits you. Dude has a eye in his Adam's apple.
Yeah, sorry about that. Don't
So
fucking touch. Did
It's
you
I
so
roll?
hit
crazy.
You
I
roll?
hit Lucian with an inflict minor wounds. What happens?
we're about to find out.
Not light. It flicked light.
What
Light.
find
Inflict
out?
light. My
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Inflict light.
I,
You,
I'll reply. I'll reply to you in a bit, Paul
you
lady.
drink it or you casted it?
All right.
I cast
Casted
it
it.
from a scroll.
Oh, and it's first level. Okay, I was like, all right,
Oh,
first level.
good. See you later, fellas.
No, he's good. He heals 8. Nothing crazy happens.
Woo. All right.
You're at 66. I believe.
Lucian,
So
Lucian looks
so
around. He's
she
like,
heals you, and like there's kind of like this minor disappointment.
Lucian looks at himself. He's like touching his body and shit. He's like, I'm
She looks at
good,
you and
but
she goes, I guess you're healed.
so Lucian
Yay.
like, yeah, thank God. He's tapping himself. He's checking behind his elbows and shit. He's like, oh, no extra eyes and shit. He looks at Ross. He's like, oh man, yeah, all right, I'm good.
Oh boy.
She looks at Roth and she like, can I touch it?
Hold on. Lucian says.
So
is it pause if my character is a woman?
No,
But hold on. But is it pause if my character's 17?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
what was that? What?
Jail time for Lucian.
Yes.
Son.
Jail time
Still
for
doing-
fucking
still
Ross.
doing this.
Jail
How
time
are we
for
still
Ross.
doing this?
Still doing this.
Anyway,
Yo, time for
Wait.
Roth. Why? What he do? I must have missed something.
Because they were talking about the naughty joke that Luna cracked.
Yeah.
His
She asked if she
Lucian
could touch
said
Rose.
pause.
She asked if she could touch Ross Apple Eye.
Mm.
But he goes pause, but and Luna's 17, so
Mm.
Um.
Got it. I missed that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did. He drank 3 cure light wounds.
Man, you don't get no perception for that too. That's the worst part. Like at
he's
least if I,
popping.
if I got like 2 eyes, I'd be like, all right.
Or an extra
Four
10.
eyes,
Neutralizer.
why did you get like +4 to fucking perception or some shit?
Gonna
two
have
extra,
to surgically remove that one.
2 extra tentacles you can use to attack. You know.
Right, you know what I mean?
Ow.
Um.
There's a spell that
So
does that. He wants as a permanent defect. That's cool.
See, Lucia, you'd be able to feed off of that eye now instead of peeling.
I don't think
All right, so
he's
we
gonna.
got
I'm not gonna do that though.
He
we
got
got
grossed. He got grossed out.
we
Yeah.
got Roth. We got Roth at 41. Lucian's at 66. Pale Lady's at 40.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
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 Damn.
What's
Roth is
Ophelia?
like,
What's Ophelia's HP?
what?
You give me
What
like
is
60.
this?
44.
He looks up, and the eyes like probably looking around at people and shit.
Lucian's like, you
Oh,
have an
man.
eye in your throat, bro. You have an eye on your fucking throat.
I'm fully healed
Lucian's
from
just staring at the eye in your throat.
from a heal check, long-term care. So she heals. She'll
And
heal
I don't have
6.
to roll. I don't have to roll for that.
Yeah, she'll heal 16.
My boy got eye
Yeah.
throat.
Look it up,
Eye
Luna.
throat.
Do
Roth
that
is
natural
like,
healing.
Can I roll
that heal
something to determine what it is? Like a heal check?
You got
the
20
healing magic.
throat.
Or
Must
a
have been from the potion.
Arcana check?
Luna,
Throws the healing bow down, shatters on the ground, like gets kind of pissed,
Mm.
and you can see him like really uncomfortable and like touching it and stuff, like
Luna
messing
kinda,
with the
edges
eye.
towards you. Luna kind of like bends down and like edges towards you as if like she has this hard time stopping herself from wanting to touch it. She was
Roth says,
amazing.
A deformation, perhaps mutation. I can't see out of it, though. I wonder if it can see. Adla,
He,
is there
Adler can't
something
hear you.
else
He's in
in
the
this
ritual.
place? Oh yeah, he's in the fucking place.
Yeah. Right, that's what Lucius says to you. Adelar doesn't hear you. He's look at him and see Adelar fucking zoned out with.
Yeah.
I must ask
so
him as soon as he's done. I'm
as that
curious. Is it the eye of some other being in this place? That could be very dangerous.
It was a reaction to the medicine you took. Maybe this realm has altered the medicine that was inside of it, because Lucian was totally okay when I used the scroll on it. Reluctantly.
Maybe I was just lucky. Maybe tomorrow was just on my side. Lucius says to you.
That's a good point.
There's so much we do not know. An eyeball is different from the pustules that was from the earlier healing that I performed.
Do I have a cure point? I do.
Don't you have surgical something? Why do I feel like I remember that?
So I asked Lewis if I could roll a heal check if I could determine what it was. I don't know if I
What'd
could
he
or
say?
not.
Determine what
Oh,
was.
okay.
Oh, that fucking
What's up?
reminds me. Shit.
The 2020 throat that he has.
Can I heal check it?
To check what?
The eye on his throat.
I mean, there's an eye in his throat. It looks like he can. He can
Kidding me.
surgically get rid of the eye, although it's gonna deal 3d10 damage.
So Luna goes. She goes. Well,
Imagine she rolls a fucking 30.
Luna goes.
Kills him
Right.
off.
Well, I have good news and bad news.
Oh
Good news
shit.
is that I can get rid of it. Bad news, it's not going to be pleasant. It will hurt. So the choice is yours.
Isn't there a way to do minimum damage surgically removing? Or this is the damage from the surgery? Because I thought you take damage when you do surgery anyway.
It's the damage when you.
I mean, you
But
just cut.
for this particular situation where
You just
you're trying to get rid of an extremity that the far realm just plopped on your body, it can be surgically removed, but it deals 3d10 damage.
Is it permanent?
No, the damage is not permanent. No.
I'm sorry. The
So
the
what you
mutation,
do?
just
the
you just
mutation, the
you
grafting.
So
Oh,
what
the
you do?
mutation.
there is a permanent.
The mutation's permanent.
So what you do is you I surgically remove it, and you take 2 more cure modos.
He said you can cut it off,
I
or you
cut it
got
off.
that shit forever. Congratulations.
I got a heal kit, so it'll help.
And you don't get perception for it.
Bro.
That's fucked up.
Damn.
It's a
Well, my
dark world we
HP is
live in.
up, so I'm probably gonna enjoy this 41 HP for now. There's too many resources. It seems like it could be easily a vicious cycle. I'm trying to remove mutations and so I think I'm a bot says
Luna's already digging her bag.
no. That'll be fine. It's actually not that bad. Perhaps after we leave this place, I can reconsider.
Okay. All right.
So Sophia replies to Pale Lady. This conversation is taking parallel to the one Roth and Luna are having,
Yeah.
and she asks Pale. She looks at Pale Lady and asks her. And she points at Adler. Do you trust him?
Sense motive on Pale Lady's answer.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Sophia asks Pale Lady as she points to Adler. Do you trust him?
See
He
if I'm
was
still rolling ones tonight.
Adler and the changes that were made to him. The function that he serves. I trust that. However, it does not change the fact that the life form that he is based on is fragile. It is that fragility that I do not trust, if trust is a thing.
Well, I trust him, and if he has decided to keep you as his companion and partner, I trust his judgment. One more thing, Pale Lady.
Did we
I do
beat
not
that?
understand your I do not understand your nature. That's beyond my mortal ken. But one thing I do know, this mortal, fragile body as you see there, lying as he meditates. As much as you try to influence him, although you might not realize it, he's also influencing you. And and if we're fortunate, that influence will be for the better, for the better. It might change you in a profound and hopefully enlightened way. At least that is my hope.
You physically, you see her physically kind of shrink away from you at the proposition. At first, and then because she was I'm pretty sure you saw her physical reaction that she shared with Adler before he went into his ritual, in which there was some sort of mental exchange between the two, and then um and then Adler went into the ritual, and then from that moment on she seemed like agitated. So until this point that agitation was there. And I guess like the physical tell of that agitation is her flesh just is in a constant state of quivering. Um, but after you said that just now, that came to a stop. But going forward, she doesn't say anything in regards to what you said just now.
She gives Pale Lady a warm but knowingly smile and keeps her silence as well.
Should I have shit against disease? Oh no. I think it's fucking being unfair.
And then after a slight pause, um, after a slight pause, she further adds, "He trusts you blindly, as you can see, and if you wanted to do him harm, there's nothing that we could do to stop him. But yet, he's still alive after all these years. So as long as you both have this connection, I don't think this world has nothing to worry about."
Mhm.
Of course, she's not trying to be like threatening or anything, but in the back of her mind, she's like, inner dialogue, like, however, something would have happened to Adler, you trying to do some CT hoo shit, then shit's about to go down. She trusts Adler and and you to some extent, but it's because of that connection that they have to Adler. That's really what bonds Pale Lady and Sophia in a way, is that nexus, Adler, pretty much.
So
So,
Especially after.
did I misunderstand something? I'm sorry. I wanted to ask this question because I feel like I'm silent on it because I don't remember all the details. But it's to my understanding that Pale Lady has been using not being upfront with you and using Adler, right? Like, isn't she like she is bad, right? She is a bad person.
I don't think
She
she's.
doesn't she doesn't register evil to Sophia. She's done a lot of detective work.
Not evil, but the
Uh,
sense of the motivations behind Pale Lady is not good.
hmm.
I could have sworn that was clear once we dealt with the unfettered and read the book and yada yada.
well, the
No.
unfettered did not. The unfettered loss is the way Sophia sees it is, and also from her understanding of summoners. The unfettered is unhinged because it lost that human tether, that summoner. In this case, Adler is alive. Adler is like that anchor that keeps her in check because he has like the superior willpower. At least that's the way Sophia perceives it. That she keeps her in check or influences her, you know, because he has that higher, charisma. She believes in his ability. But
Okay.
if let's say like Adler were to pass away or something, then she does see an eventuality that Pale Lady might become just like what they faced before. But as long as Adler is alive and kicking and running his own, has autonomy over his body, then she don't see that being an issue. Of course, that's her limited knowledge. She might be wrong, but that's what she perceives of things.
Right, right.
That's just a
My
theory.
question is, I was about to engage with Pale Lady and Sophia on the subject of what like the stellar key is anyway. So why don't we just transfer that question that you just asked in character?
Sounds good.
So Ross asks us
And
do the same
and
thing in Roth, and
and
then
Sophia
we go
and Sophia,
from there.
the reply that I said could be Sophia's reply.
Roth,
I co-sign to
I
that.
mean, Roth would be like after Pale Lady and she said she trusts her and whatnot. Roth would be like, um,
She
since
never
we
said she
have
trusts
nothing
her.
but time, perhaps you can give us your interpretation of what's going on between you and Adela
Mm.
as he's staring at Pale Lady.
Um, so Pale Lady, her wings grow out from her back, and like she flies and kind of just hovers about like a good 5 feet off of the floor.
Hey babe, can I tell you a really stupid joke that I just came up with?
And then she says, "The purpose of the stellar key,
Dave.
from what I gleaned from Adler's mind, you all are aware, but only from what you heard in that book. And it seems you are still not in full understanding. I will attempt to make it clear. I am not whole, because I am what is left of what was discarded by Shar, left alone in the cold expanses of the far realms, a realm that I did not belong in. I was stuck in a state of survival, with only one urge left: to return to being whole. But the far realms stripped every other facet of what I was and who I am, and left only that. I am all but the will to return to being whole.
Wait,
Infinitely
so
so.
if you did not originate from the farm realm, where do you originate from?
It is not the ways of any mortal to know the birth of any god. So take the knowledge as I give it to you. In an attempt to return to being whole, I have to cross the expanses of a void, a space devoid of all things. It is impenetrably interminable. Space between the stars, the space between realities. The far realms is more than just that in name. It is that in concept. What you know as gods, as the stellar key would put it, the custodian of concepts. That's what deities are, in a sense. They would be even without you. For the concept of death would still exist even without things to die. And so the custodians of those concepts. And then it looks well, Adler, not Adler, Pale Lady looks over at Roth when talking about like death and the custodian of death, which would be Kalemfor. And so when compared to the far realms, the far realms is a place that has no concepts. There is nothing to be a god of. There is no death. There is no life. There is no hate. There is no war. There is no love. So the custodians of these concepts, when they come to the far realms, leave those concepts behind, and they leave their power over those concepts behind. What my stronger half tried to do was come to a place and gain the power that is not reliant upon a concept, and to join these things together in order to overpower those that she fought against. She did not understand what it means to be in a place all alone and stripped away from the very essence of what you are. Shar's mystery, Shar's pain, Shar's loss. But in the far realm, there is no mystery, there is no pain, there is no loss. And so she had no power, and she was at the mercy of the far realms. To escape, I was ripped away and left here. And I survived here by joining, by becoming something that thrives even without a concept.
What is the purpose of having concentric rings in the bone?
Only thing I'm left with, unfortunately, is a drive to become what I once was, to rejoin, to be whole. And I bent my will towards doing so by first finding one spark of power, one spark that I could latch onto in order to find a way back through the far expanses, back to Toral itself. The only way I can do so is someone within that reality must be a bridge between the two. In order for that to happen, that bridge must be capable of bridging time and space, and must also be capable of creation on the highest level. Because you must
You
create,
have to find what type of keratin.
you must create the gate between your reality and the far realms in order for me to come here and rejoin and become whole. The only, well, I wouldn't say only, but the most prestigious life forms that I have come across capable of creation are summoners and those that deal in conjuration. It is literally the creation magic. However, in order to do what is necessary on the scale in which it is necessary, modifications were needed. And so, I started first with the curiosity of lesser life forms, with those that are higher. And from that, I started the cult in the noble house.
Mm. She just gave a. She just gave herself up like that. I planted the seeds of my own. Like she came to the came to the
So
future to call herself from the. No, you know what I mean. She went to the past to fucking and have her pulled from the future. You know what I'm trying to say? It sounds like that.
It
Am I
was
so
only
at
understanding it
first,
correctly or no?
well, she goes on to say it was only possible
Oh, okay.
because of a noble family located in the place called Waterdeep.
Hmm.
This family gained access to the far realms by first contacting creatures within those realms and gaining knowledge and power that did not belong to their reality.
Is this in common, by the way?
This is in the language that we all speak
Aluskin?
normally. Aluskan, yeah.
Oh, she speaks Aluskin. Okay. I'm about to say, I'm like,
She speaks every language that Adler speaks. They share languages.
okay. Cause I'm
Yeah.
saying like, there's no way. There's no way. I would actually have Rob be like, the fuck you talk about?
so
But
so Pale Lady, from what
this
you
is
have,
this is very informative. Go ahead, go ahead.
so from what you have, um, from what you have
Hmm.
disclosed to us, at first it seemed like you appeared. It seemed like you wanted to find a way to get back home, but that's not really the case. If I understand correctly, correct me if I did understand correctly. Your current form is just an ounce of your actual self. You're not whole. Your whole lies in a different realm of existence that you want to bring over to our world. Am I following correctly so far?
No, I do not want to bring anything. I am a sliver of Shar. I seek to return to being Shar.
That's how I understood it.
Wait,
So she's telling the
she
truth about that. Okay, good.
she
I
gives
was confused
Sophia.
for a little bit. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only person. Well,
Yeah,
I'm glad that it
Sophia.
was confusing to you because that's what I was hearing a different story than what I thought, and then you interpreted it
Mhm,
the way that he was saying it. I mean the way that it was sounding,
mhm.
and Tail Lady is making it clear now that no, I am what you guys already know. That
So
like basically affirming what we read in the book.
Yeah.
It was just worded in such a way that it was confusing for Sophia in this sense, or
Sophia
potentially rather.
Sophia gives Pale Lady a puzzled look,
Okay, okay. I'm gonna give you a second to clear it up. Go ahead.
a puzzled look, as if she's still confused, as if she's not sure if what the Pale Lady just said is what she actually said. So she again asks for clarification. Wait, so you're saying you are Shard, or at least a semblance or a piece that used to be of Shard, the deity?
I was once Shar, and then I was discarded, left in the expanses, the wilds of the far realms. And
Since you were
so,
just
being there for so long, for eons, it has changed me. Just as being there for simply a decade has changed Adler. So I am a remnant, an
Shit.
altered piece of Shar. But Shar is my origins, and I seek to return
but
to
just
those
because you're
origins.
we cannot choose our origin or where we come from, but we can make a choice what we want to become, where our path leads us. Why are you shackled to your past? Why not see beyond that? Why not become your own being with your own goals?
Roth says, I have a feeling I might be able to illuminate.
So
Then he
Fila
takes
glances at
some,
Roth.
says, imagine for a second the goals of Adam, his birthright. He seeks this, he seeks to reclaim what's rightfully his. I imagine Pale Lady, after being linked with Adla, it seems like it's possible they might share similar motivations. Perhaps
Pale
one
Lady,
that
Pale Lady interjects and she says, "The fool cares nothing about birthrights. His mind is filled with nothing but excitement
hmm.
to see things that he's never seen before. He
Oh,
fancies
just
himself.
so
He
Adla
fancies
doesn't care
himself."
about
Sophie
Sandpoint
nods in
anymore.
agreement.
I'm Sam.
Sophie nods in
Shit.
agreement. That sounds about right.
Daggerford
That's
anymore? My brain, bro. My brain. I'm multitasking over here. So he says that. I'm sorry. I know Sophie said something, but Roth says, so you're saying he doesn't care about reclaiming what's rightfully his in Daggerford that was stolen from him?
No, he rants about being wronged. He cares not about reclamation. He cares about vengeance. He's been
That.
wronged. He is prideful. He will not let slights just go against himself. Deep slights. He's been wronged by people. People who are still there and in power. He blames them for his pain, blames them for his suffering. That is the thing that he wishes to change. But other than that, his thoughts are not anchored there at all. He is a creature very much obsessed with seeing and experiencing and sensations.
So it's a different kind of mutual relationship. As I understand it, his him being the stellar key, a vessel to aid you in in connecting with this plane of existence, this realm, then and his wanderlust, coupled with his wanderlust, allows will make them a perfect candidate to help you go where you need to go. He's a ship, a vessel through and through.
That is good.
Whether it's, but he says his face gets a little more serious, and he says which seems to benefit you whether or not it's to his detriment. As you said, it's dangerous for him. The vessel needs to be strong, and if it breaks from the environment as it has broken for even a god, it's a risk you're willing to take.
You have faced the unfettered version of my form before. That is the failed attempt, or rather, the example of the very fragility in which you mention now.
Roth smiles and then gets serious again, which is very unlike him. It's like Batman smiling. He says, a rather roundabout way to answer the question.
Adler is a mortal still, stellar key or not. There is a chance that in Adler's death, my form will still remain and I will be unfettered. But that is a rare case. In most cases, when the stellar key dies, I simply must start anew.
So you both share a symbiotic relationship then. You need each other.
Yes, the problem is
Yes and no, you mean.
when the stellar key.
Adela does not need the Pale Lady. She is a tool. The difference is that you are also using him as one. And despite knowing that you, despite knowing that uh, he needs to be strong and you are going to aid him in that, as you just said, if something happens to Adela, yes, you lose your mind, but you're still alive. There is no coming back for Adela.
Correct.
That is why I find your motivations suspicious, Pale Lady, all this time. Because it is only Adela who has chips on the table.
You talk as if it is not the plight of all mortals to die. Isn't that right, Kalemverite?
All things that live
So what does
must
it
die.
matter when? What does it matter when and how to me? His life has a purpose. For me, I use it as such. He will
If it was
die
that's
regardless.
damn, this is the part of the conversation where Roth starts to he this is the part where I feel like he would keep himself in check. And I heard Lewis saying, "Oh, he's gonna roll Will Sage because he's agitated." I feel like this is that moment. I feel like this is that moment right
This is-
now because
Roll it.
this is a
Roll it.
conflict. This is a
Roll the Will
conflict of
tape.
interest, brother. This is a conflict of interest because he's talking to you, and you are actually. It's almost like she's misrepresenting, like she's trying to pivot the gravity of 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 a mortal's life. Like she's trying to minimize it by saying
Trying to
everyone
minimize
dies.
it.
Like I
Right,
get it,
right. No,
but
dude. I
like
would. Hey, if I was
I,
Roth, I would get mad only because she
I will get
has
mad from that.
she
She don't
she
find that important.
that's why I feel
legitimately.
like it's a role thing. Like I'm actually okay with
Yeah, I would
this,
get mad
but
because
Yeah.
I'm not okay because I know where this is gonna go. I wasn't
yeah,
even trying to go here. I
She
wasn't
she's
trying
gonna
to go
basically
here.
just
said
piss you off.
she
She's
said
gonna just
Adler's life is disposable in a
right.
nutshell.
I think
Like
Roth
She's
specifically
pissed on
would
that.
probably get mad talking to Pale Lady because she has the emotionless
Yeah.
quality, so she's not gonna take anything
Yeah.
sacred about life, bro. And he's gonna get pissed off about that.
Yeah,
So
I mean, like I said,
She's she's not a human.
like I said, whatever he would naturally feel. I mean, if
this
it's
is
a
why I
kid,
don't
if it,
talk, bro.
yeah,
This is
I'm
why I
gonna
let other
be
people do the investigation.
I'm gonna be
I don't talk
100%
because I
honest.
know
yeah,
some people are just you just gotta let some niggas like if we were talking, why you not talking in the fucking background? Let's talk in the forest,
yeah,
nigga. We're doing like
whatever.
18 forests. Y'all wanna talk next to
I'm
the
gonna be
edge of the
honest.
fucking edge of the universe. Like what's wrong with y'all
I'm gonna be
niggas?
honest. I'm gonna roll a will save for that one too. I'm
uh,
gonna roll a will
Ted,
save
like,
for
this
do
is,
that
you
one.
want
like
to
if you
Nigga,
think
talk
question
about
and
next
it,
quiz, nigga.
to the end of the universe?
I gotta roll.
You're the
Maybe
I gotta roll the
Inquisitor,
will
nigga.
save for that
You're
one
the
we're
too.
sitting
Inquisitor,
on the
nigga.
edge of
Inquiz.
at the edge
Luna
of
rolled a will
Inquiz.
reality.
save
Like,
too.
chill out,
Inquiz,
Customizing.
nigga.
Is this how Bayonetta like
Inquiz.
Luna
decides to
failed.
take over
Inquiz,
Kingdom
nigga.
Hearts?
Luna
I think
failed.
like,
You're
what's
the
going
I got a
Inquisitor.
on?
will
You
save
talking to
too.
her? Inquiz, nigga. You're talking to her? Inquiz, nigga.
You're the
Inquiz.
Inquisitor. You're do it,
The
man. Do it,
Inquisitor.
man.
Inquiz, nigga.
Yes,
Nigga,
you're
I
in
need
talking
chat,
to
some
man.
her.
feeling we can
This is
ask the
it.
right
This
questions.
is
What's
it.
pissing me off?
Yes. It's your
Alright.
fucking job, nigga.
You're
It's
doing
it's
good,
it's
man.
under the
It's
it's
You
a,
have to
it's
your
understand something,
it's your
though. You have to
fucking
understand
job.
something. Wait.
it's under
I get that.
extreme
I get that.
pressure.
And I feel y'all
Yeah.
on that. I feel y'all that it's like you're an inquisitor.
It's your
Inquisitor. I'm not
job.
Yeah.
saying
It's your
that.
job.
I'm not saying that's not my job. I'm saying that doesn't mean that I lack the wisdom of what my inquiring is going to do. Right?
Mhm.
Like
Right.
typically, like when let's say like some Nazis go in some house and they're like, "Where's the Jews?" They're pretty much ready to like they know like they're gonna get some resistance. They know that someone might lie. They might not just give up their friend or whatever. I might have to stomp some heads, kill the baby. You know what I mean? They kind of know where this shit's gonna go. Like that's kind of why if they're gonna go that far, they also know not to go that far. If let's say a Jedi
I'm saying,
Master is
but
like
you are
in
you
the
asking the
house or
question? So
like
you're not asking the question. Are you asking the question or not?
Lu-
the question.
Are you asking
Luna
the question?
Wait,
rolled.
So
wait,
because you're
what question?
talking to her, are you asking the question or not?
Luna
Luna had to
rolled.
make a will save
Gotcha.
too.
I already asked what I asked. What do you mean?
Yeah, she
Luna.
Oh,
asked her
also we're
already.
not. So you're not asking anything else, right?
Uh,
So this you're not gonna
Um,
ask it. So you don't want to ask it or
Whatever he
not?
would, like I said, whatever your characters would naturally feel, if they're trying to
Yeah.
resist a
Because you
feeling,
were the one leading to the line of question.
if they're trying
Yeah,
to
Do you
she.
want to
resist
ask it or not?
an angry or a discordant or even a disagreeable feeling, that's
The moment she
when
said that Adler's
that's
life was
when the
disposable, Luna got
that's when the
upset.
will save will kick
Yeah.
Right.
in.
Luna rolled a will
So
save.
just act naturally.
Yeah,
But if you're like, oh, my
Mhm.
character would be feeling like this, but they don't want to because they know what would happen, then that'd be like, oh, well, then roll the will save.
Uh,
I did,
we
I
roll,
think
the
we
moment
that
roll
I
she
it.
think
said,
I
right.
think that
We
I
roll
think
it. We
that
all rock. We should probably all roll it if we all rock it with Adeline like that. Really,
I
yeah,
mean
to be
that's kind
honest
of
with you.
why that's kind well
Yeah. So we all roll it.
it,
All
you
right.
know
That.
what what's
Yeah.
crazy is that
I'll read verbatim,
again
and then
Realistic or
you
not, bro?
guys, I'll read
it's
verbatim,
not
and then
about
You
being
rolling it or
pussy,
not,
bro.
bro? You rolling it or not, bro?
I'll
You
read
sound
Let's
mad
all.
roll.
hype because
Let's
you rolled a
roll
Listen,
the
20.
listen.
Like
die.
if you would have rolled a
20.
one, you would not be dissing
20.
now,
You
bro.
roll it?
Hold
I'm
on.
20. No, I'm
All
only
right.
rolling it. I
Shit.
rolled it. I
What you
rolled it
resisting?
regardless.
No,
You
no, no, no,
rolled
no.
it.
Role play.
Yeah,
I
you
want to know what
rolling
you
it?
resisting
Roll it.
over there in the
Let's
corner.
roll
What
it.
you resisting
I'm
there in the corner? That's what I want to
I'm
know. What you
resisting the fact that she
resisting?
said Adelar was disposable. That's what I'm
yeah.
resisting.
What
Luna
does
That's
that
what I'm
Luna
Yeah.
got
mean
resisting.
to
upset.
you? I want to know what that looks like in game. What does that look
No,
like in
bro.
game?
Are
Is
you
what I'm
don't
saying.
deflect, nigga. You
See, my
rolling it or
problem.
not? This is your
This is
line
my
of questioning.
problem. This is
Are
my
you rolling it? Are
problem.
you
This is
rolling it
my
or not?
problem.
You
All I'm
rolling
saying
it or
is,
not?
all I'm saying,
You
no.
rolling it or not? I'm trying to
Maybe
get
it
it moving.
depends. Maybe it
I'm trying
Rob,
to get
you
it
were
depends.
doing
moving.
you were
Okay,
doing
hey,
so
hey,
good,
hey. All
Rob.
right.
Come on, let's go back in character.
Let me read
You're
ver.
doing
Let
good,
me
Rob.
let's. All right. Let's
I
Trying
bring
to
it.
get
was
it moving.
Bring it
it's
in character. Bring it
motherfuckers.
in character,
Jeez,
everybody.
Yes.
derail it, bro.
Yes.
Let me read verbatim, and then you guys can interpret for your characters.
Shit, y'all motherfuckers is
Yeah.
funny, man.
So
I'm rolling it
in
because of the
this,
fact that she said
listen,
Adelar was disposable. You don't
in
have to
this,
reread it for me, bro.
listen,
That's why I'm rolling it.
in this
Let him
zone,
read down to him.
in this zone of influence, creatures, I'm sure it's everything here is going to be easily aggravated. Tempers will flare,
Yeah.
and an argument can quickly get out of control. So
Hmm.
each time a group has an argument or even a simple disagreement, involved members must make the will save or feel a sudden burning desire to end the disagreement in a decisive manner by attacking those with whom they disagree.
Sure.
Lewis,
Uh,
bro,
That's why
Lewis.
we all got to put a gun in our face. I got to hold
So
So,
now. Put
with
my
so
face.
that,
Luna was upset.
there,
Luna was
Luna,
upset.
there you go.
Uh, Luna was upset the way Pale Lady said that he is disposable. She passed the will save, but that
Mm.
definitely rubbed her the wrong way. She did not appreciate that.
Yeah, Luna's
Absolutely
gonna
not.
remember
I'll
this.
explain my character in a minute.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
unless
Lucian.
Lucian wants to
Ugh.
start.
Lucian, no, Lucian's here. Lucian over here is. Lucian over here is. Her say that, and he's like, he feels a way about it too because Lucian is rocking with that.
It aggravated
Dumbass.
him,
She
and
does
yeah,
she does step
aggravated him.
forward.
It,
So he
I
has
I
to.
hear I hear
I'm
y'all.
within.
I
I'm
hear
within
y'all. But
earship.
my issue is that
That's
I
a
want to
fair
know what that
perspective.
looks like in game. That's all I
That's
really
what
have
we're
to
Okay,
doing.
say.
That's
Yes,
what
so
I
we're
want to
doing
know
right
what that
you.
now.
looks like. You
Yes,
guys are
that's what
saying
we're
that
doing
That's
now.
bothers
spreading.
me.
That's what.
It's
That's
like
spreading
no
the
one said.
comparison.
Like,
That's
what
what
does
we're
that
doing
look
now.
like?
That's what we're doing
I
right
mean,
now.
I
That's
don't
what
Oh,
we're
know.
doing.
okay.
Oh, okay, that's what
Now.
they're doing.
That's what we're doing right now,
That's
bro.
what we're doing now.
That's what we're doing
Luna
right now.
went.
Yes.
Lucian went. Sophia's gonna
Yeah.
go
so
next. What he's
Go
gonna
ahead,
do?
Luna stepped up.
Sophie.
Go ahead. Go
You already
ahead.
did it. Go ahead, Sophia. Go
He's
Yeah.
ahead.
got the
Yes.
Inquisitor
So
ability, so
Sophia.
he wants to see. He wants to sense.
Yeah. So Sophia, she wasn't like really like offended like by the way that Hell Lady is like dialoguing. Due to her like intense training and natural talent with diplomacy, she knows that Hell Lady is an entity from outside of our world of existence. So like the way that the etiquette, the way they communicate, it's not like any other sentient being in this plane. Like whether she's talking to orcs, which she has humans and so forth. To herself, she just sees it as she's trying to make sure she doesn't misunderstand what's being conveyed. So she's like more like listening. And when she's not sure what was said, then she'll just like rephrase the question and repeat it. So like right now, she's not really like emotionally touched. She's just more trying to, like listen in and have a dialogue. And if possible, she's trying to throw in her little um wince of like diplomacy here and there. Like I don't know if Watson notices, like she's trying to like convey to her, hey, listen, you don't need Shar,
Yeah.
you're your own person. So she's basically putting in her diplomacy at work in a way, planting the seeds that could probably
Hmm.
build that she's planting the seeds now, so she could build on this with future she's thinking ahead to have when she has further future dialogue with Adler and the lady. So that's actually all the shit that's going through her mind at the moment.
Yeah, that's why I had her anxiety go away
Hmm.
after you said that.
Yeah, so
Ab-
she's using her.
uh,
Yeah, go ahead. She's done there.
I just want to ask this other side question. Um, what did I fail on before with the will save?
Luna passed with a
Unless
14.
I passed on a. Oh, so Luna passed on a 15. Oh, okay, cool.
Luna passed with a 14
The three of you
total.
passed. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you're good.
Oh, okay. I was just curious because I wanted to know if I would
If
know.
you're gonna fail or
Well,
not.
not out of character, I would know that that's not good enough, so I can use a free action to rage to increase my will save.
Nah,
Because
man, that's
it
meta.
feels like
How would
using
you know that?
divine anger to be like,
No, man, you gotta rage when you
dude
know
What?
Will
would be
Smith is
seething,
coming.
bro.
No, son.
Okay, that's like
Nah, that's not.
Dude would be seething, but he'd be
that's like
it'd be
saying
it'd be
I know a
Cleveland
food to
literally
put fire
blessing,
out.
keeping this nigga in check. Like, yo,
That's like
I want to make that look so godlike, bro. That would
I
look
know what's gonna put
so
this fire
god.
out.
You
Gasoline. What?
Mm,
you see the red
no
fucking light
gasoline on fire.
fucking gleam up in Rob's eye like
Bro,
diamonds there. That nigga
I'm gonna go
at
ahead
you
and
like
just
son, I
I'm just
fucking
gonna
kill you one day, bitch. You
I'm gonna
on
drink
my
to game
fucking
mechanics.
list, bitch. You on my fucking list. Yo, I can't. I can't. This game is too godlike, son. This game is too godlike. All right. So I can do that, apparently. But
There's
if I
two
could,
game mechanics right there.
it's a quick action though.
I
No,
would, I would if it was an immediate action.
damn, huh? Really?
Well, because you
It's my
don't,
turn.
you turn the what? You're in the middle of a
I'm
conversation and
talking.
you're trying to
All
resist it.
right. It's not possible. But if I failed, I would have been fucking tight, and I would have been trying to see if I could pull that. But I didn't fail. So it is what it is. All right. So Rotha, Rotha, where was I? Oh yeah, basically saying all life is meant to die, yada yada, right,
Mhm.
and basically was sidestepping the issue, minimizing Adler's life. Um, hmm. Wait, you said something right before that, right before the end about I think it was like death related. I felt like I would have said like I would have said something about that.
Or when she was talking about the dynamic between what gods do, about like
mm,
but she was talking about custodians of concepts, and she used Kalimvor as an example.
I love all that, and I actually wanted to comment on that, but then I felt like that would have been super philosophical, and that I just didn't know if Roth would have like had that conversation, like that, the way that like if the two thinkers were just sitting down like philosophizing in like a one-on-one class. Like I don't really know if he would. I didn't feel comfortable with having that kind of a dialogue about it because it
No,
felt like
I
that's where she can
know what you
easily
mean.
go. But it just didn't
That's
seem like
something a
that.
Roth would do versus like what you would do.
Yeah,
So
Like
it
after
just seemed like
you would
I
want to
like
have that conversation,
I
but
would
Roth
love to have that
wouldn't
conversation,
care.
but I don't think Roth would have that conversation. Like he
so
Nah.
said
after
something that like philosophical, but I didn't really like it. Would I felt like they were quicker. They were
so
like
after
just a lot more
so after
simplistic.
Sophia sees like um Roth like hesitate a little and pause with his line of questioning, um, she takes over to give like Roth a little bit of time to catch his bearings. She was able to sense motive that, it's almost like he's trying to, keep it
Stay in
together,
control. Yeah.
stay in control. So she
Oh, good, good.
so
Okay, that's
so,
the way to
so
work it.
so she takes over the conversation for a little bit, and she asks, so Pale Lady, once you what is your true purpose, your true end goal? What is it that you seek to accomplish once you use Adler, once he served his purpose as you stated before? What is your ultimate goal? Do you intend to become Shar or take over Shar, or do you have your own agenda?
When the stellar key reaches maturity, maturation occurs. The stellar key will then have the power to be able to serve as a true conduit, to be able to bring me here to this reality, where I will join with Shar and be whole, and to feel and to get back the rest of what I am.
What if Shar wants nothing to do to you? Are you going to force your will against a deity? I have my differences with that greater goddess, but she is still a member of the pantheon of this world.
Mm.
Such an action will not go unnoticed by the other deities of this world.
I was present during the time of troubles. That was the first time that mortals laid eyes on the gods in physical form in such abundance. The world went mad, did it not? I
Yeah.
wonder why that happened to this very moment. For it was the time that provided me the opportunity to create the strongest version of the stellar key possible to date, due to the exchange between my mind and Adler's. Because the gods had done something different, something wrong, they were punished for it and cast down and trapped in their physical forms. Huh.
Mm.
Strange, is it not? And when they acted out, mortals, foolish mortals, thought that, wow, the gods are acting like us. Wrong. Self centered and short sighted, as mortals are wont to be. The gods are not behaving like mortals. It is the mortals who mimic the behavior of gods. You got but a glimpse of what gods truly are, what they truly do in the cosmos above you. You war on one world, in one spot, in one place, one location. You war amongst yourselves. But war as a concept exists not just here on your world, but it is pervasive throughout all existence. And you have a God, a concept of that. That means it persists even in the cosmos amongst the gods themselves. Which means, since they predate creation, since they created everything, you mimic what they do. It is a hard concept to grasp your mind around, considering you are immortal, but that is the truth of it. And so, I wonder what would happen if it was let out amongst the order that exists within the Pantheon, that I exist. It seems that Shar has forgotten that I do. I wonder what ramifications there would be for my return. I will see it happen. That is my only drive to become full, to become one. Everything that I am has been ripped away, and I was only left with one drive to become whole. Everything else Shar has. But Shar calls herself the Lady of Loss. But I have lost the most.
So
It's
is
quite
it still fair to not roll sense motive against the NPC because it's technically a player or
no,
not?
not at all. You can roll. I would say roll, and I would just respect the roll. That's what I think we did that last session too.
Yeah, we've been
I
doing it.
mean, it
Oh
depends on
yeah.
what it
It's
depends on what
quite
it's. I mean, it depends on what it's for. Is he just trying to like gauge
I feel like at this point, there's really no reason
if she's
why she
lying
would tell
about
the full
anything?
truth, nothing but the truth. I would love to just say like I take you at face
Hmm.
value, but Ross doesn't trust her, so it just seems weird to like have the conversation without like it's not gonna make me.
Blue matrix separating
You know what? Can I just immediate action discern lies? Like why am I guessing? I'm a fucking inquisitor. Can that work? Can we just like say he knows that whether it's a lie or not? Like that's really what he was. That's I feel like at this point the conversation was so critical that it would be strange for Roth not to do any additional precautions on that. And
okay.
I know it's still coming from a player, so the truth of it is still, you know, it's it's like not tenuous, but it's you know what I mean. Like it's not exactly coming from the DM when DM is supposed to be saying, "Yeah, I'm telling the truth," and there's no like bluffs about it.
Right.
I still want to know if like I still want to confirm. It's like I want to be redundant in my like making sure that it's truth.
I know what you mean. So basically, it would still need Louis to confirm that what I'm saying is true, is accurate, is what's
Yeah,
necessary.
because
Right.
as much
This should still
as
be the final arbiter of like what's true and what's not. Got you.
yeah, like if there was faults in what you said because you said a lot.
Mm.
Like
He
I
could be
mean,
able to point them out because of the
it'll be
man.
dope. It'll be dope if you could like point it out
Okay.
if there were any. But if there wasn't any and all of it was true, because remember she said a lot, so I
Hmm.
don't really know if like when do
So
I
you cast.
say I
Are
don't know, or it's
are
up
you
to me to
casting?
say.
Are you casting the spell discern lies, or is it like a class ability?
It's
Or
a spell like it's a class ability.
yeah, so hit that off. So then you do that, and
He
there
does
she's not lying. She's telling the truth.
he does that. Discern lies. One creature.
Yep.
Concentration. Does she resist? It is a will save.
Also, did you notice you
Um,
being magic?
she really it comes down to spellcraft. I gotta see if I gave that to her. I don't think I
No,
did.
it's a supernatural. Is spelling?
Oh, it's
I don't know.
supernatural.
I thought it
So he's
was
not
spell.
casting it. I thought he said he's casting it.
No, like it's a class ability.
It's spell like.
That
It's spell
Oh,
like.
so never mind.
It's spell like. So there's no.
Hmm. She resist. Uh,
Basically, you see him
nah.
concentrate, and then he can describe how it looks, but he's concentrating.
It depends. It depends on what is there. Is there any sort of like any like physical tell that he's not doing anything harmful? Like how does he physically look right now as he's trying to do it? Does he look menacing, or is he just like calmly just like looking at her as he's doing it?
Roth is calmly looking at her. I guess I haven't actually done it
Intensely.
in game,
Right.
but
Right.
I feel like Roth would have done it
Like he's
at
looking
some
into her
point.
soul.
Yeah, he would be looking at you like probably like how Ghost Rider looks at nigga, maybe. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah,
looks menacing, but
I
like
could
I
see
wouldn't
that as like
imagine
a
that.
Ghost Rider thing. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So she wouldn't resist that. She would actually like stare back. Like she wouldn't resist.
All
All right,
right,
so
well,
like basically then he would have to. Oh, okay. Each round you concentrate, which for him would be 8 rounds. He would know if the subject deliberately and knowingly speaks a lie by disturbing this would be useful if like somebody was talking first.
right. I'm
Yeah,
trying to use it retroactively.
retroactively. Yeah, she did say a lot.
Yeah,
So I guess it's a matter of
Retroactive.
when he decided to use it. Was it right at the
Now,
beginning?
yeah.
It
It's
would have
probably gonna be less
I feel,
helpful if I do it now. I guess.
it would have been like the first 40 seconds.
I feel like Roth as an inquisitor, he would have popped that off the minute the conversation started going because if he knew he was gonna engage.
Especially in this kind of context,
Like
like there's no Adler there to co-sign. I
right,
don't
Yeah,
know, man.
right.
then
It
I
just
would
seems like.
first 40
But
seconds
at that
then
point, you give me
it
the
would
benefit of the
be
doubt, though.
first 40 seconds then I guess yeah, I don't know,
The first 40
there was no
seconds
lies
was
or what?
Nah, she didn't lie.
Yeah, all right. So those first 40 seconds while she was talking, saying everything, that she wasn't deliberately
no
lying
lie detected.
about anything.
No
Yeah,
Okay.
lie.
no lie.
Straight up
All
honest.
right.
Yeah, definitely more of a interrogation kind of thing to use
Right.
than a
Right.
conversation.
Well, Roth has the wisdom to notice that all this exposition kind of came after
I don't
Sophia
think she's
did the
lying. Roth is who's doing this.
You know what
I
you're
don't think
right.
she's
thinking
lying.
of? You know what would have been better for this? A zone of truth
Oh no,
spell.
truth,
Zone of
yeah.
truth.
That's a
hmm
Yeah.
cleric spell. I think it's what's
That
like
Mm,
level 3 or level 2.
I think it's
yeah,
Inquisitor
maybe that's
2.
what I'm thinking about. Right. That's what I thought it was for some reason. Like it was a zone that where you just couldn't tell a lie. But I guess it's different. All right. No, that's fine. I mean, it still gave me
What you needed.
a sense about
Yeah, Zone of Truth would have been
what
better.
kind of angle she's taking with such a question, considering the circumstances. I look at it like it's obviously not in her best interest right now to lie, but she could have and probably been given the benefit of the doubt because nobody would be around except for the person who could probably be like, "That's not true," is not able to able to say anything.
Right.
So Rock says he looks at her. He raises. He doesn't raise any hand. I guess he doesn't have to do any somatic. He just he looks at her with his stern gaze, but he has like probably has his eyes have like uh, 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 a pale blue um like light coming from his eyes, and as she was speaking for the first 40 seconds, eventually it goes away, and Then I guess that's when the conversation got more heated, and then he lost his. He was about to lose his edge. He had to resist. Sophia took over, and then you would have seen Rock like um, take a few steps away, look over at Mopja, kneel down, and pet her a bit before composing himself and trying to re-enter the conversation. And he says, um, "There's a lot of things that you said, Pale Lady, that I agree with, especially on the conceptual basis of deities and what they represent. However, there leaves much to be said about the sanctity of life. I feel that there is, I feel that life has more value than how you've put it. As a life does not, it doesn't matter how a life is lived if its purpose is to end. But considering what we know now and what you are, I'm willing to excuse such a short-sighted interpretation of mortal life. That said, Sophia asked you a question, and I don't feel that you have completely answered her. Because the next part of what Adler, what it means for Adler after you return to Shaw, that's still remains to be known. Is he to be discarded? I feel like that's where I would probably. Damn, I feel like I need more discern lies because that's a really important part. I guess at this point it's just sense motive.
As soon
Hey,
as soon as Adler, excuse me, Adler, as soon as Roth says that, that kind of like um that kind of like piqued her interest. Like, wait a second, he might be onto something. She doesn't sense no malice or no ill being from Pale Lady. She's been very forthright. Um, in a way, it's almost like she's emotionless, not like any other mortal being, as like she claims. It's almost
Yeah,
like she has nothing to hide. That's like the feeling that she gets. But
right.
at the same time, she does want to know what is the end. What does she intend to do? As soon as Roth cast that, um, she she gets curious enough to cast a spell on Pale Lady. Um,
Oh
but
shit.
but before she does, she asks for permission. She's like, "Pale Lady, before you answer that question, I asked for I asked for permission to cast a spell on you that will let me read your thought. Do you consent?"
Rock cautions. He's like, "Are you sure you want to read the
Oh,
mind of an
oh wait,
aberration?"
wait. I just remember. I didn't prepare detect thought. I have confessed. Oh, go figure. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
I had the
Okay.
wrong spell prepared.
you're
God
about
damn
to
it.
get a very interesting answer just now.
Oh my god, yeah. I was gonna do the same thought. Damn it. She's not gonna like on an ally just like cast like she's not like Roth like be like yo I'm gonna intrude into your mind no matter what. Roth, I
Right.
mean Ophelia is like actually
Well, I
acting
was
more
looking
like
out for you, bro.
It's funny
I would
that
not read this mind. I would not go in
it's
this bitch's mind.
it's
You
funny that
sure
Roth
about that?
says that. There is
I wish I
an
met her that
evolution. This is an evolution that does something like that she is eventually going to evolve into, but she doesn't have that evolution right now. But yeah, that is a good idea. Actually, that's a good caution. You definitely don't want to hear any sort of mental contact with her.
Her
Like,
mind does not
oh
work
shit
like anybody
like
else's,
human
bro.
she
You
don't
go in
work
that
like
mind, you're gonna end up in the fucking
Sophie
blender,
don't
bro.
Sophie don't know that. Sophie don't know that. She'll be like type of thoughts like what the fuck
yeah.
unconscious.
There's the
Right, right.
evolution that's nuts for that. The alien consciousness fucking stuns you and shit.
I think about like Venom and shit. Not Venom,
Yeah.
but yeah, Venom.
I know
Yeah,
what you
Venom.
mean. Yeah,
Actually,
Venom's a good analogy, yeah.
yeah, he got some weird shit going on. He said.
Mm.
Yeah, when he cautions you, and then, oh
Sophia
well, I
didn't
guess you didn't
Sophia,
do it. You took it back, right? So,
Sophia didn't say anything right because I thought I had that stuff with her, but I don't. Yeah, she didn't
all
say
right.
anything. But she
Oh,
has
it's
her.
also a level 2 intelligence. So, okay.
But you could see her though, Roth, if you're reading her body language, that she is listening intently. AKA like her sense motive radar is like on point. You know,
Right, right. Okay.
So when Roth asked that question, Pale Lady says
it's a good
the
question.
the stellar key need not destroy themselves in the creation of the gate necessary to bring enough of my essence forth. I did not create the stellar key to be something that is consumable upon the objective given. Only a vessel for power necessary enough to bring about the bridge to get me where I need to be, to bring me back home. It is not out of sentiment that I created the stellar key in such a way. It was just necessary that the power within the stellar key be one that is stable and does not cause physical degrade in life form performing the powers necessary.
I understand, but I find it opaque when you speak in vague terms about the future of my companion. I like to hold people to their word. In this realm, in this existence, and probably those beyond, the word was the earliest uh, form of the earliest bond of existence. Axioms that gods wielded conceptually, of course, to forge the world as we know it and don't and not know it. I'm asking for you to give us your word.
I hear TV in the background.
Shard of Shaw.
Whose
He
TV
gave
is
you
that
a
Yo,
on?
Tony,
he
your
gave you
TV.
a he gave you a he gave you a fucking
Yo, Tony, your
uh
mic, bro.
an epithet. Shard of Shaw.
The
It's picking up
TV's
your
going
TV.
off in the
Right.
background on your
My
mic.
bad.
That's all good.
Niggas watching Golden Girls.
Yo,
Ah,
this is on Twitch. We don't want that. We don't want that sound
you,
bite on there. Getting that shit
you're
back.
gonna get DMCA, bro.
For real.
GG's.
I said DMC.
Over
Yeah,
Golden
get.
Girls.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
man. You're gonna
Frankenstein.
I
learn.
mean,
You're gonna learn, Lewis. You're gonna learn. Welcome to Twitch, baby.
I mean, Golden Girls is dope though, but still, like,
He gonna go to upload this shit. This is gonna be silent, my nigga.
Yeah, no, we're not trying to have that. We're not.
He gonna be like, "What happened during the session? Too bad,
Oh,
my
yeah,
nigga."
like when I
About to-
like that one session where I
Happens
was
before.
that happened before with fucking
Yeah.
Sophia
Apple
versus
City.
Sophia and Lucian when they were fighting and the pale lady when they were fighting what's his name the fucking dude in
dude with the mask,
with the mask.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Faceless one.
faceless one.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
faceless one.
Lucian got a faceless one.
I played a soundtrack to that fight, but it got
That was the
Oh.
DMCA, and I
like
was like,
that was the
wow.
godlight.
I was so mad.
I would have been mad too. Shit.
They just ended up silencing like an hour of that whole fucking
Oh
video. I
man,
was like,
A
hour.
oh
whole
my god.
hour, son.
Yeah, that's a
Luckily,
lot.
I don't mind watch.
luckily, I had the original off of Twitch.
Oh, nice. Look at
Oh,
you. Backup plan.
Yeah, because I got DMCA'd for it on YouTube, not on Twitch though. So
Oh, that's interesting.
I downloaded the Twitch one and I uploaded it to to Vimeo instead. So like
Video.
Vimeo. Look at that.
so like the session before it, I have a link that pops up on at like the end of the fucking video where like if you click on it, and I have it in the description where if you wanted to see the next
Shoot you
session,
to the other. If you want to see the rest,
right,
click on the link below in the description.
yeah, click on it, yeah, it'll shoot you to the Vimeo, it'll shoot you to my Vimeo account so you can see
Motherfucker.
that one. So
smart,
stupid.
smart.
That's funny,
I
bro.
mean, it's smart.
That's
It's
funny.
stupid that I had. It's smart, but it's stupid I had to do all that. Fucking YouTube.
My man got a nice little
I'm,
trivia question for
I
anyone
mean,
who's a committed fan.
fucking. I miss early
You know
YouTube.
why I had to make this session two parts? The only session 2 parts?
I miss OG YouTube, and them motherfuckers didn't give a shit about anything copyright.
Yeah.
You can watch
Times
whole
have
ass
changed.
right. Watch whole ass movies on there. Nobody gave a shit.
Yeah. Seems so long ago now. So long ago. So yeah. Where the fuck were we? I thought we remember. She was answering something.
Roth had basically she answered Roth, and then Roth said
Oh, he called you Shard of Star, right? Shard of Star.
So you basically affirm that you don't like the fact that
she speaks in vague terms about the future of Adelaide.
Yeah.
Like it's like, as you can tell, like every time that she said anything that was like vague regarding Adler, you notice that he's like spoken up, or he's been like when she said something, but that she like just because she didn't say it, or she sidestepped or talked about something other part of a question instead of the real main part of a question. Like whenever she does that, whenever she minimizes the gravity of things, like he's trying to keep her on task because, I mean, he's hunting for something. He's trying to trust her. He's trying to even give her the benefit of the doubt.
Luna's not. Luna goes.
Luna's watching TV right now, man. What you talking about?
That's not my partner's here. That's what you guys hear in the background. That's my partner.
Onyx? That's Onyx?
No.
That's Onyx. Onyx is so familiar.
Onyx is watching TV, son. That's crazy, bro. I'm getting real familiar with HBO Max. That's crazy.
Onyx chilling with Mokja.
He's chilling with Mokja.
Riding on top of Mokja.
So Luna waits.
Motherfucker got pay-per-view on. Fucking crazy.
Luna waits till Ross is done talking, and she goes, "Listen, all of this is fine and dandy, but I'm going to tell you this. If something happens to Adela, and I mean this you will have to answer to us if something happens to him. I don't. I've listened a lot and I've heard your logic. While it doesn't make sense to me, the only thing that matters to me is Adler's safety. So whatever happens between you and him, he comes back alive, well-meaning. You'll have to deal with us.
According to the book that you read, Little Moon, it would seem that a confrontation between me and the rest of you may be inevitable. I hope that's not the case. There is a mutual agreement between us that we want the Stellar Key's survival. However, according to the memories that I gleaned from Adler, the book in which you and the rest of Night Watch have read condemned me. It put me in a light that made my reunion something that you would stand in the way of and oppose. Hypocrisy at its finest. Because here you are, beings that exist in a reality in which there is order, striving to fight against the unknown, that being chaos, a disruption to that order. And what I seek is to return to said order, while I exist in a place devoid of that chaos. And I originated from this place. You will stand in the way of that. Your hypocrisy is written in the script of your mortality. You will fear for it. You will fear to lose your life. And in that fear, you will turn against me. Such is the way of those who seek to survive. In seeking to return to Shar, it will pose as a threat to your existence. You will stand against it. You will force me to stay here in the expanses of the far realm, where I have lost everything, even more than your goddess Shar, who proposes to be the goddess of loss itself. Yet here you are, in concern for the Stellar Key. You give me your rancor, your... What is the correct description for the emotion? Hostility.
Roth says, Luna, I understand how you feel.
She goes.
And go ahead.
She goes. Do you? Because this god has been the bane of my existence. I don't think anybody really understands the crap I've been through with myself, my family, because of this blessed deity. Excuse me if I would not rather her have her full self.
Which deity do you speak of, Luna?
Shar.
Char?
Does Sophia not know? Roth looks
No.
at her, looks at Sophia with a little bit of. Wait, does Roth know? I feel like we brought this up already that you had been starring.
Nah, I know
She
Sophia didn't
didn't
know until now.
know.
Yeah, so Sophia goes like, I did not know, sister, that dreams that your dreams were haunted by Shar.
Wait, does Roth know or am I metagaming? Because
None
now
of
I'm fucked up.
you.
Nah,
None of you.
bro. Roll the
None
will
of you.
save. I love this fucking setup, bro. This game is so cool right now. It's like a
Bro,
game of truth or dare,
Mhm.
bro. It's so scary.
Right.
Do I role play or don't role play?
I'm rolling that.
Right.
Ooh, the
You
tea is
pass.
being
You pass.
spilled. The tea is being spilled. Let's go.
She looks at
Yeah, spill it,
Sophia and
son.
she goes,
Spill it all.
Uh-huh.
"Oh, you
Real
don't."
quick. Sophia didn't know, right? Just making sure, right? Just making sure I'm not tripping, right? I don't think she knew, right?
Nah.
That her order took.
No, about Shard, about your dreams of Shard and all that.
Yeah.
I just making
No,
sure
she
that I'm
never
not.
told anybody.
I
Okay,
think the
good.
only clue she could have gotten was Luna's reaction to Adler
Okay,
outing himself
okay.
as a worshiper, but Luna didn't like physically
Sounds
react
good.
to it.
Just needed that reminder. That's all. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm on point then with my character. Her reacting that way. It's like, she goes like, Luna, I did not know that your dreams were haunted by
The,
this deity.
the,
How long have you been having this?
I don't know since I don't know for a while now. It's what do I want to say? I've gone through emotional roller coasters dealing with this deity. I have family history with her. I've had beings that are trying to sacrifice me to her. Um, God, the very magic that she controls called to me.
What?
Oh,
Why didn't you come to me sooner with this, dear sister? I
I
can
don't.
help.
I was afraid. I was afraid that the Order would watch and know that I researched shadow
What?
magic, and I was afraid. I was
So
afraid.
Look at Luna's
Sophia,
face.
so, Sophia is
The
so
tea, the tea.
so Sophia is. I mean,
So
she's
no one
incapable.
knows this? So
No,
just
So
she
Sophia
knew
didn't
this.
know, right? Just
no, she
Sophia
didn't know.
didn't know?
No,
No,
Nobody knew
Sophia didn't
this.
know.
I didn't know it. Well,
Oh
Adler still
shit.
doesn't know. He's out of
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah.
So Sophia is incapable of fear since she's fearless. But if she wasn't
I mean,
afraid,
anger is
uh,
another emotion.
no, she's not angry.
She
If
could
she
be
wasn't
worried.
afraid, she definitely would have been afraid at this point. But actually, that's a good emotion. That's a good that's closest that she is actually worried. She is worried. Thank you, Luke, for throwing that in there. So she is. She looks at like worried at
How do you
Luna.
worry but be fearless?
She goes like Luna.
You can be
that's a
concerned.
good concept. Yeah, I guess it's fear for someone else, but it's still based on fear. But I guess it's not for your
I
own
mean,
well-being.
Not for her own
that's
well
not
being, but
fair.
she is
I would
Yeah,
fearful.
say
She
more.
is
I would say
fearful
that's
for the
another
sake.
emotion.
She's fearful for those that she cares about. I mean,
yeah.
Like you care
that's
for
what she
that
lives to
person.
action.
You don't want to see them
So,
hurt.
yeah,
All right,
right.
like, well,
Hmm.
Like
like,
it's like
okay,
She's not a
so like,
robot.
no, like, yeah,
you're
like
right.
like mechanically
I
speaking, it's
wouldn't say
like
that's
this. It's
a
let me
fear.
say
She's
this.
like
Let me say
Like
this. Let me say
Look at
this. Let me say this.
Superman. Superman.
Hold
Oh,
on,
go
hold on,
ahead.
hold on.
Go
yeah,
ahead.
I'd say that's
Let me say
fearful.
this. Mechanically
I see fear.
speaking, what I interpret it as, the whole immunity to the fear thing, especially paladins in particular. I would
Mhm.
describe it different for like undead, but for paladins,
Mm,
it's not
good
that
question.
they. It's not like I see it as they have no fear for their own like whatever they're facing and for their own safety, but they can be worried and concerned about others. Um,
Hmm.
fear doesn't affect them, as in like you know how people have like when you're afraid, it affects you mentally, all that shit,
That
and
adrenaline rush.
right, and what it
Right.
does is like
Fight or
Physiological.
flight.
Yeah.
it can give you these drawbacks. The penalties to the
Fight or flight.
attacks or flight, you know, or panic. So you drop your weapon and you're cowering on the ground. Um, the paladin
Same
doesn't
thing.
suffer that. they wouldn't
Same
suffer the
shit.
negative
Mm.
aspects of fear. I would
But
say
they still feel
they
it probably.
enjoy the positive aspects of it.
Oh, okay. I mean,
If
I
that
guess that
makes
makes
if
sense.
that makes
They're
any sense, like being
It
concerned and
does.
worried
It
as
about
does.
somebody's safety, but she's not gonna careless. Her fear is not gonna have her make mistakes. Like she could, oh
Mhm.
shit, Lucian's
She
about
could
to
handle it.
die, and she could be she'd be worried and
Focus.
concerned about that. But like
She could
it,
focus
yeah,
and
it
still
You'll
doesn't,
never see
stop.
paladins do that though. Like if someone is dying in front of them, they go, "Brave, brave soul, rise! You're gonna make it. Don't worry." Like that. No, they sound 100% fucking
Not
sure.
every
Imagine
every
well,
a
yeah,
paladin
every
being
yeah,
talent
afraid
true.
for
I could
you.
see
I
that, but
feel
I
like we
every
think,
are
every
fucked
talent.
if this paladin's afraid for me. Like what the fuck is
but
going on
she
right now?
wouldn't
Like
be
a
like,
paladin
you
should be
wouldn't
like,
see
get
her, yeah,
behind me.
you wouldn't
Like
be
I'll
saying
deal with
that.
this shit.
You wouldn't see her panicking, like saying, oh, like she would maintain what you just said. But
Or run
Mm.
away or
inside,
All
get killed.
right.
like inside, she's doing it out of concern. Like she fully
Mm-hmm.
believes it, but also at the same time, like I gotta make sure so and so's protected. I
Yeah,
don't want them to fall in battle,
even.
as
I'm gonna
opposed
say
to
I completely understand what you
yeah,
mean. I just really want you on the side to
yeah.
give me an example, or like send me a link of a paladin, like a
You'll
game
never see them
paladin.
panic, is I guess. Like
Okay,
you'll never see the hands like this. Like you'll never see them just
Yeah.
completely stoic. But they enjoy they don't suffer the negative effects of what fear could do to them, as opposed to like the
Mm-hmm.
positive effect. I say the positive effects of fear would be worry and concern if we want to put a
all
positive
right.
spin on fear.
The
Mm-hmm.
positive effects of fear is adrenal fucking
Adrenaline
Adrenal
rush.
reaction to
push,
begin
hyper
with.
Okay, yeah,
Like,
focus.
well, adrenaline, focus, survivability,
yeah, like
and
if
she's
you
enjoying.
don't, like, it's
She's
That's what I
necessary.
mean.
she's
That's
she's
what I'm talking
Basically,
about.
yeah,
it'll shore you up mentally
she's
in a dark time.
retroactively enjoying that part by not suffering the penalties. She doesn't get the -2
Right.
to she doesn't get the
You
-2
just
to
don't get the
Like
attack.
when
negative
she
after
She doesn't get
fear,
the
only the
when
-2
she
to
positive.
dove down a
saves.
pit
All
to
right,
fight a
all right.
fucking
She's
40-foot
not yeah,
monster and got
You
swallowed
know,
to save a dog and
her
then
she's
dex
not
burned her
her
way out
running
of
in
the
dexterity is
fucking
fear.
intact. She's not shaking or anything. Her
yeah,
Right,
dexterity is on
right,
point.
right. That
and
would
burned her way
Accuracy,
out of
be
a
focus.
fucking
That's the
Yeah.
adrenaline.
that would be the
swallowed monster.
representation of
Right.
that, yeah.
It's not like
Okay.
her entire it's not her entire amygdala shuts down. It's
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah, that
that's
movie kind of stupid.
impossible, right? Like she
Right,
would have
right.
died by now. So it's got to be
You
Because
know,
just something
some
filtered
people
through.
don't freeze up.
before even before Sophia was fearless, you got that at level 3. Level 1,
Hmm.
level 2, she was doing stuff that was like, wow, this person is fearless. Like that first quest we did when she went to go save that Braun, right?
Mhm.
She
Hmm.
jumped
Hmm.
in there, even though it's clearly a trap. She went through there, getting shot at. It's not that she didn't care, but she's like, you know, I have to do
Calm.
this. Yeah, she was a little afraid, but she was able to overcome it through her bravery, courage.
Right.
So she just moved forward. Even now,
Hmm.
even you being immune to fear, I think that they do. How do I say this? They're not like robotic, like an ant, not an ant, like a robot. Like, oh, I got destroyed, decommissioned, they didn't feel no pain. Paladin probably does feel that apprehension. Like, wait a second, if I could do this, if I could go about this way, get the same end result, and rescue these people, I'm gonna go about it this way. I am not gonna be stupid and expose myself and get killed.
Oh,
So like that.
Oh, you
bravery.
mean like it doesn't
that
make them like
right. They're so courageous, and they get so used to like being so courageous. It's almost like the gods bless them.
reckless,
You know
reckless,
what?
reckless?
I'm gonna give you like
Yeah.
extra heroism, so like you don't, so that little panicking part doesn't like paralyzes you to do what you need to do on my
Right.
behalf.
I think I
You
It's
see
know.
what you
about
mean.
being afraid and doing it anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
All right. So
know,
moving back.
that
So moving
spirit.
back to segue back to in character over here. So
Nice.
Sophia like looks concerned and worried, and she goes like, "Luna, you've been researching shard. You know that's prohibited. That's forbidden."
She goes, "This is why I didn't tell you. Because I don't want to hear that. You don't think I know that?"
Roth takes a minute and then says, "Can we finish one conversation before we start another? We still have 16 or so hours here."
I agree, but Luna, you and I, once we get back to Chrome Hole, You need to speak before we even get to Dagger.
Okay.
But, sister, remember, no matter what, I love you, and I'll always be here for you. I want you to remember that always. Okay?
I know. I know.
You're not alone in this darkness. We will get through this. I promise. All right, Roth.
So, where were we? Sharing Luna's anger. If something were to happen with Adam, I believe that feeling is mutual for all of Night Watch. I even feel it. And that includes you, Pale Lady. However, it's different. That distinction has its ramifications because Adela would not be set on this path without your meddling. It's one thing for Adela to throw his life away. It's another if someone does it for him. I agree that he is with you because of what you offer him. But I believe not one of us could, in good conscience, allow Adela to be abandoned yet again. So I ask you again, do you give us your word that Adela, after you achieve what it is that you're after, Adela's will remain his own and his safety, well-being will remain intact as we know it and be plain, be true. This is how you can avoid, or rather, measure the worth of mortals and their word. Perhaps the value you seek, you could, in fact, facilitate such a what was it that she was afraid of? She was saying that we were turning our anger towards her. So basically we would like not give a shit about her in the end because of
Nah,
Adler.
she was saying that she was saying basically that you guys exist in a place that has, law and structure, and she's trying to do something that you should be considering, like returning back to structure, because originally she was a part of
Mm.
Shar, and that's what she's trying to do. She's trying to return to that. So basically, she's saying she's not an
I
outsider.
understand the parallel. My issues is with
She's
her.
not. She's not an outsider. But by going back to being what is with native, it threatens your lives. So at some point, when that time comes, you guys are going to stand in her way, and so she's if that when
Is
that
she talking
comes.
about it as if she's sharp? Sorry.
Yes, she's always talking about it. She's talking about that's what she's trying to
What?
return
So
to.
so why is she making it seem like? Wait, did everybody else understand it that way?
Yes, that's why Luna said what she said.
So my issue with this is that deities. I mean, not that they don't bother with mortals, but I feel like taking a direct action in more. All right, so essentially, all right, I see what you're saying. You're saying, okay, going back to Shara, she knows about us, so she's gonna fucking meddle in our lives. She's gonna be interfering with us more so. I find it to be very strange that she would admit that.
Why
Um,
wouldn't she?
She doesn't have a choice. She's not the full goddess. She has no choice but to make these moves. Rolf knows that the only reason why she has to make these moves using mortals is because she's not Shar isn't like Shar as the goddess. She's like a sliver cast
right,
off into like the far
right,
realm. And
right.
and she can't even bring the power that she has in the far
She's
realms
a
here. So
sliver of a sliver.
yeah. And even
Right.
though that's a goddess, she can't even bring the power that she got from the far realms here. So she has to deal with what's here. So she's kind of like,
Yeah,
not
but that I feel like all right, you go back to Shar. At that point, I mean, the question at that point is how much of you like. All right, so if you're saying you're Shar, essentially, you're a part of Shar that belongs to Shar. So I want to go back to Shar because that's where I belong. But at the same time, it's like just how much does Shar really give a shit about Night Watch is probably the next question. And I mean, yes, it's impacting Luna, but I kind of feel like um, is that the relationship that you're that Shar that Pale Lady is worried about, or is it that just being back with Char and having knowledge of us, not that she didn't already, complicates things. Because I don't really like just now, like a lot of people didn't even have any idea like we was involved with Char and like that. So I kind of feel like either there should be more questions about that, or Roth is thinking about this completely wrong. Still,
hmm.
I'm trying to understand just what threat it is. Like I get it that like that was a new revelation just now. So I just feel like if everyone understands that she's going back to
Oh,
Jar and she's gonna be a problem,
okay.
then why is
You
it like
you don't know what the consequences are for her, but so you want to know whether it's been revealed or not. Louis did reveal the consequences for her remerging with Shar, because the whole issue.
it's power that Char wasn't supposed to have? I remember we were talking about that shit before, right? So that's the whole reason why she ripped her insane part of her body out of herself, right?
No, Char
After
did
that
it to
combo,
save Char's her own ass.
right,
If she
right.
didn't do that, she would actually be normal. But she did it to save the Char that we know right now is like missing a piece. But
Well,
we
the
don't know
crazy,
that we're mortals.
yeah, she she she
I think
ripped a
that's the part that's
she
confusing
ripped
me.
yeah she ripped a part of herself out that was she was going insane when she went to the far realm to try and get more power. Try to get more power because she wanted to defeat her sister Salune and Mistra. Um, big mistake. So she, the part of her that was going insane from the Far Realm's influence, um, she saved herself by tearing that part quite literally, divinely and literally, from herself, and
Right.
like tossed it into the Far Realm while she escaped. This diminished her power greatly. She also she also ripped memory of it out so that she would never remember that it's there and would never be tempted to try
To get it back.
and get it back. Um,
but now it's trying to get it's
So
sentient, that
it
part of
was
her, and it's trying to come back on
it
its
was a,
own.
it was yeah, it was a part of
Great.
it was definitely a part of her having issues with her battle with Selune, and not really having the upper hand after all these millennia, I should say. And um, but that part of her that she left in there, it it became an entity of its own independence, and then
Hmm.
got and then was heavily corrupted by the Fur Realm all these thousands of years. And it too forgot that it was part of Shar until the time of troubles happened.
Okay.
Time of troubles happened, and then it gained insight from wild magic going crazy on fucking on actually it happened twice for her. But the first time when when the shit with when Nethero fell, and it made her curious. The second time she was able to get more insight into into this world, and made more of her. She was able to make more of her influence, and
Hmm.
she wants to merge back with Shar. Um, and yeah, Shar's completely unaware, and Shar wouldn't. Your characters aren't sure exactly what Shar, but the fact that she had discarded it to begin with, she probably
Yeah.
wouldn't want to merge with back with it. She wouldn't be herself.
Right.
She was worried of losing herself.
Right.
Um, and rather than that happen, she took the risk of weakening herself to stop that from happening.
Right.
And so yeah, that's the whole story, and she doesn't know it, and the Pale Lady does,
Yeah.
and she wants to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But
Damn.
part of
I
returning
want to smart. Give me back my body.
part of returning back required a way to put pieces of herself into the world, and she did that by giving secrets to arcane casters that were into conjuration magic, that were into the far realm.
Hmm.
She would make, when they would make contact into the far realm, she answered, and through her answering, she just gave them secrets to summoning pieces of her as an eidolon. So she gave them the ability to become summoners. And so, and with their summoning magic, they've been making eidolons based off of her
It's
image.
making more sense now. Hmm.
So she has enough summoners making eidolons. She can slowly leak her way into the material plane. Um,
Hmm. That's
and
crazy. I like
yeah,
this. That was actually pretty compelling. That's the shit that you made up for
yeah,
Adderley.
I made it all up,
Yeah.
all of it.
No, that's
Um,
actually way doper than I gave it credit. I heard it in the beginning, the first time in the unfettered like dungeon when the fake place, but it was like a fucking it was a info dump. Like I was like, shit, man, shit's going on. Some things stand out, some things weren't. I was like, okay, that
um,
makes sense. I understood it as just this bitch is evil now.
so
Like I'll be honest with you, I even had to simplify for my brain, yo. I was that shit
um,
was a lot.
Aller
It's
was just
making way
freaking
more
out
sense now.
because Aller was freaking out because for him, he had this is his first time kind of like hearing that, and so now he was like, "Wait, does that mean like from the very beginning, like I didn't have any real choice?" And that's
Right.
when he was like pissed off.
yeah, and it developed further into the summoners discovered a method with the Pale Lady's help, but they discovered a method to fully bring her back entirely, very, like instantly, very quickly. Um, but two of the main, two of the main uh events that they need is divine energy, as in like God energy. So they need a divinity's
Hmm.
power,
Yeah.
and then
Heal.
to combine it with a way to channel that between a focus point, a channeler, a middle person, so to speak, for that divine energy to connect
Stellar Key,
to the Pale
aka.
Lady, so that she could use that divine energy to like not only attain her own godhood, but you also use that god energy to fucking break into the material plane, go to Shar, who's still completely unaware of her, so she could easily get surprise
Mm.
attack. And Pele's like, "I'm back, bitch," and she fucking envelops her and take all
Surprise!
right and take her
Maybe that's
over.
not a bad. Maybe that's not a bad idea.
You well, no, well, you'd have a Joker-esque fucking Char who doubles
Oh,
in
that's
power,
worse.
who would double in power
Yeah,
Oh, that's worse than
and
show.
would
We'd
go
rather keep
and would go
you'd
Charlie.
have a
straight from Mr. and Salune, and then we're talking some
you'd
shit
have a
that
Yeah,
Char
Sophia,
who
yeah,
laughs. A Char who laughs.
right,
yeah. The shard that
and
laughs.
yeah,
Oh yeah, that one that
Char who
laughs.
laughs or shit.
Bro, it'll
And,
be over.
um, that focal
Who would
point
have thought we joined
is known
forces with
as
Shard
that focal point
temporarily for the
between
greater good?
that the focal point that the key, they're calling it the stellar key, and Adelaide
Hmm.
got chosen to be the stellar key.
Hmm.
As for the god energy that they're looking for,
Heals.
they're interested in what the Ebon Triad's doing, because
Hmm.
they've come to learn about use, and that he's not dead, and that the Ebon Triad is trying to bring him back to use
Siphon that shit.
to siphon his god
Hmm.
power to give to
Hmm.
the three god. They got their own shit.
Right.
You know, the Ebon
They
Triad.
want to use. Everybody wants this divine energy
This right.
for their own goals.
There's three fucking
Actions.
group
Actions, yeah.
three
Story arcs
organizations.
Mm.
going.
Yeah. You got the
They all
Ebon
want that divine
Triad
energy.
that wants to create the Overgod. You got the Cult of Pius that just wants their dude back, and then you got which none of the characters
Tell
have
lady.
bumped into as of yet. And then you got Char, not Char, but the Pale Lady. Um,
So it's 4 groups total then. One that we don't know of.
Mm.
no, it's three. Pale Lady, Ebon Triad, and Cult of Pius.
Oh, okay.
The servants, the direct servants of Pius,
Oh, it's the oh, it's
as
the,
opposed to
oh,
the
it's
Ebon
the, oh,
Triad.
it's
The Ebon
the, oh,
Triad don't give a shit about Pius. They just want his
oh, we
Just
haven't
power.
met
gonna
we
use
haven't
them.
we haven't
Right.
met any cultists
You
yet,
haven't
right?
met
We
any
haven't met
like actual cultists of
that's
Pius
the next
yet.
group
So
then.
your
All right.
characters know your characters are wise and intelligent enough to realize they're eventually gonna
I
end
look,
up bumping into them. Cause,
thanks for the explanation.
but
Let's go
yeah,
back to in character. In
but
character.
yeah,
Okay.
that's the whole story. So like,
Yeah,
yeah, this shit with the Pale Lady is tied to the Age of Worms in that manner, and that everyone wants Kius. So
Mm.
so
Hmm.
we're gonna destroy Keels and his divine energy and nobody gets it. Boom, KO. That's Night
right,
Watchman shit.
the best, yeah, pretty much the best way to stop all three of them is to use
Destroy that
them
energy.
back.
Destroy the remaining divine energy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
either
Because it seems like they can create.
destroying their method of bringing Qs back by or by just destroying all the organizations, or by somehow
We
destroying,
got some
or
Sophilia's plan.
Nah, the
or
organization is.
or by somehow third option by destroying Pius himself. Those are
There you
the three
go.
There you
options. Those are
go.
the three
That's
options.
I go. You ever kill
That's
a
we're
the
doing
god?
all that.
that's the
That's
option
what we
that
do.
Although
fucking that Adler wants to do.
that's the really crazy option, because these demigods. So,
Yeah,
That's
he's
the
gonna
There you
kill
option
a
go.
Adler
little
wants.
but
demigod.
it's
That ain't
but
nothing.
We've killed a god before,
We're gonna go
okay?
kill a
Let's not.
demigod.
who
We're
killed the
gonna go
god
kill a
Little
before?
demigod.
demigod.
They said we
He's gonna
killed the
go kill a
gods before.
You guys are
An
gonna
wild.
kill a
evil
Wait,
Do
undead,
it
demigod.
again.
Kill the god
evil undead.
before.
We fought he's
Yeah,
talking about when
that's like
we fought
Addy
the
Marcus?
aspect. No, not Addy Marcus. We fought the miniature triad
Oh,
Oh, you
fusion.
talking about
that
the
tiny
Yeah,
little
aspect?
we
thing?
fought the little baby version of it that came out of the
Oh, the
pool.
aspect. Yeah, that was
Oh,
in
the
the tunnels.
Ebon aspect.
Yeah, the little
Oh,
triad
Yeah, the
fucking
aspect. Oh yeah, it was tank
fusion.
that
that
shit.
puny
That's
little
probably like a
thing.
strong
That
That
was a
was
good
a
fight. I like
that
that fight.
Why
that
That
you
was
was
I
a
a
like
good
fighting
ass
down there.
fight.
why
that
you
puny
disrespecting
thing.
our achievement
For
right now?
real.
That
We're
That's
puny
the
level
fight
one.
thing.
that
We're
turned
like level
Lucian
two.
into fucking
We're like
yeah.
level
No,
two.
Yeah, we were
because
level 2.
because I remember describing to your characters that this was a that Ebon aspect. They were still working on it. That was an incomplete
yeah,
version.
that was
Incomplete aspect.
So
uh,
like your characters can only
Baby.
Is it
imagine
safe to say that was like a
Not the
what.
baby pale
regular.
lady?
Yeah, that wasn't even a
No, no, no,
baby.
no, no. Ebon aspect had nothing to do with the Pale
That was a
Lady. That was
lot.
supposed to be an aspect of Bane
Greek gods.
bailing
No, same
Luthor to
idea
come
though.
over.
Same idea.
Oh well,
Same
yeah,
idea.
like a
Over God.
Same
sliver,
idea. That's
yeah,
what I mean by baby pale
yeah,
lady.
okay,
They're trying to bring an essence of it
like
over. Like
Baby
they
over God.
summon and
Baby
summon,
over
man.
God.
yeah,
That's what you mean, yeah.
Baby over God.
Oh, yo, yeah.
super baby. That
All
wasn't
right.
even a real,
Okay.
So
an aspect. That was a small
How much
aspect.
time passed? Did I get my
Yo, we rest up. We rest up.
Wait. This conversation ain't over.
That's what I
What? I
was gonna
thought it was.
ask. Yeah, I
This
thought we were
bitch,
still
this
going.
bitch did not answer us still. I asked for her word. And then as I was getting there and I was trying to like use out of character like explanations to help speed up
might not
the
be
speed up
real.
the yeah, try to like, make it more simplified so that you would know what I'm asking. He kind of went off into the thing and then Lewis took over and added more information about stuff and then like Pele didn't actually respond yet.
Pale Lady, she says, based on
I want her word, yo.
based on this system of honor that you have, this sacredness, based on language, it is important to you. You have my word.
Roth gives her a stern look and then says,
Hello?
"Thank you." Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out how he would do it, and I figured it would be like kind of lengthy like that. He literally would be like,
I
"Thank
thought
you.
you cut out.
That will make what comes next easier." And then Roth looks to the rest of the group and he says, "Well then, we still have some time before the ritual is complete. Prepare yourselves.
Sophie
There
walks
could
up
be
to
more of them that
yeah.
coming through the portal."
After Roth concludes his questioning to the pale lady, she says a few more sentences.
Mm.
Pale lady, in closing, we do appreciate you being open with us and explaining to us like explaining to us your motives. Even if your motives and our motives do not align, but at least you're honest about it, just as we try to be honest as well. So we have a mutual understanding. As long as our current goals align, I see no reasoning why we cannot continue working together. You know, just like uh, just like you're going through a change, us humans, we also change as well. Our goals sometimes might change or at least deviate somewhat, but we're in it here together. And I think I speak for everyone here. You can count on us to protect Adler. We would defend him with our own very lives.
Even if that means defending him from you.
Absolutely.
Sophia chuckles when Luna says that.
She's dead
So,
serious. There's no smile on her face.
that's at least it's an assurance that we could give you.
Um, Roth would even say after that, precisely that. We do change, and rather rapidly so. Next to a deity, who is essentially ageless, wouldn't understand. However, because life is so short for most humans, most mortal, especially in Paris, that's what makes it precious of how the life is spent. In fact, you said something earlier that the purpose of life is death, and I'm willing to bend to that fact. However, all things that live will eventually die, even gods. And how that light lives in the afterlife, that is a decision made by that who existed before us. Even the word that formed reality, Kalembo, and those that held that seat will judge those whose time finally comes. And depending on how you live, will determine where you end up when it's all over. Adela has gone through enough in life. Most people, when they come to their end, they seek, or should I say, rather, find solace in knowing that despite the hardships we must endure in our waking lives, when we finally have our final rest, there is a peace that comes with knowing you will live in a place respective to how one has conducted their life, despite everything, despite even the manipulation of deities and, and machinations of twisted men. I would afford each and every one of you, Adela notwithstanding, an opportunity to uh, to uh, to a resting place more kind than the one he has suffered and suffers still. I would hope that one day you come to recognize this aspect of man.
Well,
He's done.
spawn.
You're going in and out.
Yep, he cut out.
Fuck. Overheated again.
That's what thing dropped.
Hear me?
Yeah,
This
yeah,
bitch
I
Yeah.
got
said,
you. I'm back there.
fuck understanding you mortals. I'm going back to the far realms.
Okay, my bad. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah,
All
we
right,
hear you, bro.
all right, cool. So she says, the during As you already know, this is not the first creation of the stellar key, but this iteration. And then Pale Lady's head turns towards Adler, where Adler is just out of it, going through the ritual and
Hmm.
doing signs in the air and marking on the floor around him. Um, this particular iteration happened during an unprecedented time in your reality, which will never happen again in the history of the birth of its first star to the death of its last, and that is a time of troubles. Due to that time, it created a connection between me and a stellar key that was the closest that was ever possible. I was able to inhabit his form, while his mind was trapped on my world that I conquered called the Weird. Due to inhabiting his form, I was able to transform it, affect it, strengthen it, empower it. But in doing so, it created a connection deeper than I had ever had with another stellar key. Sophia referred to the phenomena, this interconnecting emotionality, while still maintaining autonomy. It is a experience that cannot truly be explained, only felt. But doing so allows me to experience this reality and to possibly experience this phenomena you called change. It is sometimes painful, it is sometimes pleasurable. In either case, it is a feeling, and where my main consciousness relies, or where my main consciousness lives in the far realm, there is no feeling. So this feeling is preferable. I want this to continue.
Hmm. I think you'd find emotions useful. In fact, I imagine Adler has already explained them to you. But more importantly, this change that you flirt with, it's interesting that you might consider it on a more permanent basis.
That interest comes from Adler's foolishness. He has a very lofty notion. He claims that returning to Shar may not be necessary. That instead, if I seek to join something, I can instead simply join the Stellar Key. Lofty to
Don't
think
know.
that a simple life form that started off as a life form no different than yours, that just because it was altered in such a way, could possess thoughts thinking that it could house me. However, I'm curious to see whether such a thing is possible. But
Hmm.
strangely, I did not have this curiosity until this stellar key, which confirms that this feedback, this connection, is what is causing this change in directive, this deviation. Time will tell.
Time will tell indeed. I don't have the slightest idea what Adler could be talking about. But if he says he can do it, I believe I believe him. Who knows? Maybe there is a way for aberrations to coexist on this in this realm. Adler, despite all that he all the despite all the good intentions he has, uh, it does sound rather lofty that an aberration might be able to be um, that might be able to live here or coexist here in a way that does not disrupt the order of things. I'm willing to watch him try, and hopefully, seeing as how returning to Shaw involves a more complicated world for everyone, I too hope that you find peace with uh, with the with the notion. I hope you find peace with that notion. Yes. Um, I believe Sophelia said it earlier that origin matters not in the long run. Not in this, not in the world, not in such a um it's not volatile. That's not the word. In a mutable world such as Toro, where where sky's the limit. No, that would be wrong. All things are possible. Yes, I believe that's more accurate. And you see him like give himself a reassuring, like little nod to finding the words for it. And
Yeah.
mind you, this entire time, the eyeball has been staring directly at Mokja, like Rock will be looking at you, and like Mokja will be to his side, so the eye is completely like diagonal down, looking to the side, watching Mokja and Mokja's looking back at it as it's like tracking him.
I really feel bad for Mocha. I know
She
Mocha is
doesn't
tired
like
of
that
dealing with
shit.
all this shit. Like
She does not like
constantly
that shit.
dealing with weird shit all the time. Since the first time, first fucking mission.
That dog, like, I just want to lay down. Give me a treat. God damn it.
Yeah, give me a Scooby snack. Fuck, why can't it be a regular
Jesus.
day in the mystery van? Shit. So yeah. Um yeah. So How much time passes? I'm kind of curious if my buffs are still on.
Um, a lot of
I had
time.
80-minute buffs on.
Yeah, a lot of time passed.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Adela has to
I
go
figure
for
all that
24
role
hours
play happened in
straight.
real time. So
Adela had a well, at least half of it. Yeah, Adela's gotta be there for 24 hours straight. So the Mortashine disease that's affecting Lucian and Mothra and Luna. Lucian was able to fight it off. From it, still has it, but he wasn't affected. It hasn't corroded at his body any further. However, Mothra and um Luna both took more Constitution damage. Yeah,
Oh, you said Mothra
Constitution.
didn't suffer anything?
No, Mothra and Luna did suffer more. Mothra took another 2 Constitution damage. Luna took 3. Luna, yeah, took 3 Constitution damage. Both ended up feeling fatigued, but that goes away after 8 hours of rest, which your character's gonna be there 24 hours anyway. He does long-term care, which would pump up the Constitution by 2. I Here are 2 ability scores, two points of ability scores.
Just wait till I start making alchemist shit. Just wait. Just wait till we get back.
That would put. Did I do
We just
Sophia?
need a 1 of lesser
Yeah,
restoration. That's all we need.
Sophia's at
for real.
-1.
I've
Yeah.
been saying it for a minute now.
Most groups get that one.
Night Watch
That's
needs a lot of things.
That's very
Night Watch,
necessary.
Night Watch needs toilet paper. Night Watch needs just the basic shit, bro. Like
We don't got
toothpaste.
toilet paper.
Like
That's expensive, bro. Chill, son.
it's rough out here for Night Watch, bro.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
And we only
I'm
need
getting my
300.
weapons broken and shit.
We
That's
only
just
need
crazy.
350 gold pieces too to have a
drop
fully
this
charged
back.
wand. That's it.
Night
350 GP. That's not a
16.
lot.
Night Watch,
This.
Night Watch be out here borrowing gas money and shit. Like,
Yeah.
let me hold $20, bro. Come on, man.
Sophia had to do that already with diplomacy. You know those rings that she got you guys? They're like worth like 10 GP each. She had to take like a layaway plan with the gnome jeweler.
Damn,
She
son,
like, yo,
that's
and I owe
crazy.
you.
That's
He said,
crazy.
let me get some rings and I'll pay you back.
After
And
like a
10
couple
GP
of
Dude,
rings.
adventures,
from
after a couple of
layaway,
adventures
bro.
later, she like went back to, okay, here you
That's crazy, bro.
That's wild.
go.
Why is
You
Paladin
had,
so goddamn
you,
vain, man?
you had to put rings on layaway and
Yeah, I had to put rings on the
Waylon
layaway, son.
walking around with 13K on him just chilling by himself.
Can't
That's
afford it,
just
son.
one dude.
She's at.
One dude.
I'm trying to get you guys to shoot. I'm trying to get the shoot other rings for you guys, but it costs like a platinum ring 50 GP each, but you can't afford to get that for you guys. I'm like, damn man, I can't get you other so I can cast on my brothers over here, my sisters.
RLS, bro. Them motherfuckers got
Real lucky suckers. RLS. Let's see.
yo, RLS got money, bro. Those niggas is dope. So I
In
really
their
love them,
defense,
bro.
though, they got some money-minded niggas in that group, bro.
All right.
That's what it is.
Yeah, they
Yeah, like I
do.
said, no encounters that that came after your characters.
For the remainder of 24 hours or just for like the first 8 hours?
Remember, he only rolled one.
For
Remember,
the remainder of the 24 hours, so like the next
he rolled like 24 times and only got a one. Remember
so
that?
like the next
What the hell? What in the underwater seas? What the
so the next, I think, 19 hours, yeah. So your characters can,
I
yeah,
know.
re-prepare your spells. You got your slots back. You got your grip
Ooh,
back.
that's good. Good.
Luna, I need 3 heal checks.
Bro, grab me an apple.
I thought you
Okay.
said I get 3 of my constitution back.
You got
Lewis, for
2
Sophia.
points.
So shouldn't her HP go up? Her max HP go up somewhat. It should be.
Constitution damage. Shit.
This Constitution damage is no
It should go
joke.
up to. Should go up
I'm
to
fucking
69.
around, bro.
It should.
I think
Yeah, it's just one. So you only
69.
so you only lost 8 hit point maximum. Yeah.
All right, give me a second.
No, not. Is it 8? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
forgot.
8.
Yeah, 8. Yeah,
So
6.
68.
So she's on. Just missing one more. One more Constitution to heal, right? 1 or 2.
Heal.
Yeah,
First
just
Yeah.
heal.
Yeah, we definitely gotta get that Wanda Lesser Restoration.
Second heal.
Ooh. Wait,
Third heal.
who are these on in order?
Who did I need to do them for again?
You, Mockjaw, and Lucian.
No, I'm good.
This is the
Right?
This is for the second. This is the second day of the disease.
Uh,
You have
The
to.
first
I gotta
I
roll
need to
some.
roll again.
You have to pass 2 saves for the disease to be cured.
Mockjaw, the first one. Second one, Lucian. The third one's me.
Second one,
I gotta
Lucian,
roll
and
right
third one's you. All right.
Yeah.
Mockjaw, roll fortitude at. Oh my god.
Can I buff?
Mockjaw has -2 because the disease gives a penalty.
Jesus.
So +7, and then Mockjaw has another -3. Yeah, -3 to the.
Why is it going down?
So I'm not right.
Yeah, -3. So 4. She only has +4. Luna failed her heal check on Lucian and Mockjaw. She passed for herself though.
She's experimenting.
Oh, that's right. The -1 penalty for the fortitude. So fortitude
She
is
dev-
8
she deviated from
6,
her
6
normal
minus 6.
procedures.
Mockjaw has +3 fortitude.
Why is it going down?
So I roll. You want me to roll again, Max?
And then Lucian, you. Why is it
So
going
you want me to roll
down?
my fortitude again? Yeah.
-2
Why?
from the disease because because it's -2 for animals. -3 because her constitution's with the bears and with the constitution bonus is -3. It's a 6 constitution loss, and then -1 because of the rain.
You need me to roll another fortitude?
Lucan needs to make another fortitude, so he's got +6. Yeah, he only has +6. He doesn't get the extra +4. Oh, +8. My
+2
bad.
for the
+8.
yeah.
+8. Yeah.
Can I buff?
You're like mad muffled. I can barely make you out.
Can I buff?
Oh, still can't hear you.
It's like you're talking through a cup.
16.
Hang on.
That's a failure. Damn, this disease is gonna
So
fuck everybody up.
did I pass the disease check the first time though?
Not on a
Oh, this is
16.
the second day. That's the
This is the
second day.
second day. Yeah, you got to pass 2
Yeah.
saves in a row.
Yeah. All right.
Which that ruined your streak.
Yep.
Luna succeeded on the heal check for her, so Luna gets the +4 bonus to the.
Fort.
How long was it sounding like I was talking to a cup?
So she's got
Sure
+3,
does.
+7, and then +6 total. But her constitution dropped by 3. Oh, no, she healed back too, though. I think. So
Do I
yeah,
still sound like I'm talking to a cup?
yeah, that's right. She hit. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like
Yeah.
that character from Charlie Brown. He goes like.
Yeah.
Why is it? Stop.
Wow, that's fucking weird. I don't know how to fix that. Like, I literally did nothing different. Hold up. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put it.
After 24 hours. Any negative
Okay,
levels,
yeah.
the damn
So
people say
Luna
removed.
has -1, -2, +1, which is a +5 bonus on her fortitude. That's also a failure. All right.
Yo, I'm gonna die.
I hope not.
Anyways, from the way things are looking, Lewis,
Do constitution damage for the two of you, and you fatigue until you have something that uh takes away being fatigued, or you rest 8 hours.
Safila could do that, but he'll have to take 4d6 points of damage. But it'll remove his fatigue though with the mercy.
No, thank you. Well, thank you, brother.
Did
I appreciate it.
Yeah, Mockdraw needs to roll again. +3, I say, yeah, +3.
Can I buff?
Mockdraw needs to roll for the disease again at a +3 bonus this time.
Can I buff?
Can you buff? You don't know when fortitude has to hit you.
It happened yesterday.
It spontaneously happens at some point in the next 24.
So,
Oh,
so that means you had a bonus before you weren't supposed to. Then
What? He doesn't know exactly
he
when
said
to pop the bonus. If it's a bonus that lasts like all day, then
he used the bonus for the last roll that he did.
no,
yeah,
I'm
but that
not worried about that. I'm worried about the fact that yesterday, remember when you was like, oh, you got to roll again for the next day? I'm like, wasn't I able to like, there was a time where I was able to anticipate the roll for like some disease, and you let me use um conviction or guidance for it, and I'm assuming, well, assuming, I'm asking if this is like that, but you just made it clear it's not.
I don't know what that was for. I know it wasn't for disease.
It was for something that reoccurred the next day, and I want to say it was like
If it
something
was
that was
the only thing I
actually
could,
was it Pathfinder?
yeah, I might be thinking of Pathfinder. Yeah, I
But
think it
what
was.
buff does it have? It
I don't
doesn't
know.
have any buff. Yeah. That's why I'm thinking it's this. All right, here's what it is, man. You said I can't just say it.
Would your resist level drain kick in
Ooh,
after
yeah.
24 out foot? No, that's for level drain.
Oh,
That's for
level
energy
down.
drain. Yeah, this is
Energy
this.
drain, it's not the same, right?
Nah, yeah,
It's not the same as
this is
okay.
disease.
That led to fucking
Disease.
the con
Okay.
damage,
Yeah.
that doesn't kind of like
No, it's ability damage.
yeah.
It's ability damage that you take from the disease. It's a disease effect that you're suffering from.
Mm.
So did I kill my constitution back or no?
Oh, bummer.
Damn.
Wait, why is my
My jaw getting fucked.
Yeah, he is.
You doggy style.
She's at with damn Mockdra's without keeping the bear mask on, she'll be at 3 constitution. The bear mask brings it back up to 7. So basically, that mask has to stay on.
Aren't we using restoration today?
This is
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Sophia is yeah, can prepare her spells. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how many she prepares, but
She's
she's
Yeah.
gonna
doing it.
from her. I
Sophia
mean,
saving it.
it looks like we need a lot of restoration. So like from two of
Can
her level
Inquisitor
one,
cast restoration too or no?
I
Not,
think
not
if
spontaneous.
they
Uh,
if
choose
they
the
choose
spell.
it, they choose spells like sorcerer choose spells. Yeah.
uh, gotcha. That's dope.
All right, let me do my
So like,
spells. Okay.
he has like a specific list that he can cast from, and that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not.
yeah,
It's level 2 for an
He
Inquisitor.
can't.
That's a
Yeah, he's not.
restoration.
It's not like a cleric where they can. They
Yeah.
have
just
like every.
So
They have
so
like every spell, but they can change up their spells every day.
yeah.
Sophia's gonna prepare 2 of her level 1 slots, lesser restoration, and also 2 of her level 2 slots, lesser restoration as well. And then with her Pearl of Power that she has, and then Luna's Pearl of Power, that's 6 casting right there that you can do.
What? I guess you can use it. No, I'm joking. You're cool.
Get busy.
She's gonna use it on you. the,
hmm
the Pearl of Power on you, probably.
So you got 6 lesser restoration.
Yeah,
All right, each
yeah, guys. Like I
casting.
said,
Yeah,
I told ya so. Y'all should have got me that lesser restoration one.
each cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, each casting they will cure 1d4 ability damage. So who's first?
All right,
We'll get that. We'll get that one next
who,
one.
Probably Mock.
who's Magja? All right.
Either Magdra or yeah,
What's
who's
everyone's
first? Yeah,
what's
everyone's
what's
damage is
everyone's what's everyone's Constitution damage? Like, we want to make sure nobody's
I
like at
took
death
2. I
row.
think I'm all right. I'm all right. You can take care of them first. I'm good.
Lucian took 2. Luna's at
Man,
minus
ain't nothing
3,
to the big boy.
How many? Okay,
Again.
3 total Luna, 2
and
Lucian.
Mockdraw is at minus 16.
Damn. All right, that's
Yeah,
not.
same mock
Yeah.
Joe.
All right. So, all right. I could do 1 to Luna and Lucian, and then
All right,
the rest for Makja.
all right.
So let me do them first. Luna.
Luna
It's
here.
1d4, right?
Yeah, 1 to
It's
4.
1d4, right, Lewis?
Yep,
Is he all
yep,
complete?
yep.
Well, I still have
Jesus.
to
So you
defeat
hit.
no matter
All
what,
right.
though, right?
Mm,
All right. Lucian.
Tamura's
Just
on my
because we
side.
roll doesn't mean that we.
No, it's not. There goes.
minus
All
I'll
right.
1.
take it.
Mak. Let me see. Makja.
Yeah,
Makja.
save
That's
mock Joe.
remember, Luz, I said that she prepared 2 level 1 slots and 2 level 2 slots. So she has 4 total. Makja.
Yeah, yeah, you said that.
Okay.
It's
Oh
crazy.
Damn.
my god!
Ooh, Jesus.
All right. Last
Welcome to
spell.
my hell.
Makja again. And she's gonna. I mean, Luna, you okay if she borrows your Pearl of Power?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Makja got 4 there.
There you
These
go.
total.
There you
So she's
go.
gonna. So Sophie's gonna use her Pearl of Power and also Luna's as well to recover lesser restoration.
All right, so you got
Um,
yeah, 2 of them back. 2 lesser restorations.
and she has an unprepared level 2 slot. So if anything, she could take 15 minutes to pray for that level 2 slot. Okay, let me
That's
see.
dope.
So Makja, how many damage does Luna and what the hell?
They're
All
at
these
one.
ones. What the hell?
Both of them are just at
Uh,
1 point.
yeah, I'm at 1
Constitution
point.
point.
Gotta reset that PC, man. Take that bullshit off.
Winning
What
is
what
insane
was
right now.
was Makja total Constitution now with the
Minus
with the masking on?
minus 12.
Okay, she's at 12.
Minus 12 with the mask
Minus
on.
12.
Minus 8.
Mm,
Alright, so he's at 11.
11. She's at
But,
11.
not really. She's at 7. She has like a buff that
Just 7.
makes her.
11 with the as long as
One,
that
two,
totem bear
three,
mask,
four,
spiritual bear mask
five,
stays on.
5. Oh yeah. So the other Pearl of Power. I guess Makja again.
Damn.
Okay.
So,
Wow. All right. Oh,
Hey,
all of them were one. All right.
it's time to change colors.
That's all right. Man,
That's it.
1.
Yeah.
Game over.
So
Jesus.
yeah. So I guess her um.
Another
Oh no. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Four, five, six.
another. Damn, even another one. What? That's crazy. So
Yeah.
many ones. All right, just Macho's
Mhm.
at minus
gotta
10.
reset, bro. I'm telling you. You can't do this 2 sessions in a row.
Damn, that,
All
that,
right.
that one would
Sounds
have got
so
a
far
lot
away.
of mileage.
Louis, you should allow him to reset his PC and then roll again.
Nah, it's
I
fine.
reset the
Don't take
PC.
backs.
I'm just looking at you feverishly saying,
The
no, it's
It
not fine.
appears the far realm's
I'm
influence
dying.
is affecting the magic of the healer.
Hey, she got
Mm.
she got six
The
constitution back.
bullshit.
That's a lot. That's six
Right,
Blame
constitution she
right.
got back though.
blame the
So
far realm.
she
It's just
Um,
hilarious. The forums affecting the nature of the
She
game.
was jacked up.
corrupting the
You
magic,
know
uh,
what?
making it weak. Um,
Damn.
all right.
Healing is
And
possible after a roll again
after
for
some healing and resting and keeping an eye over, any more dangers, what felt like forever.
Lewis, before you start, I prepped identify so I could
ooh, nice.
identify the
Okay.
weapon.
On the weapon.
Yeah.
What was it?
I'll
A master sword
finally
or something?
identify this fucking shit.
Wait, hold on. Wait, before we do that, I think I don't have to prep it. Hold on. Let me hold on a second. I don't think I have to prep it.
Identify.
Why? Because you have a scroll. Save your scroll.
Uh,
You don't? It's interesting.
Because if you have a scroll, you were better off using it the day before, and not now when we're like already like
Oh,
prepping our spells.
talking about the cauldron?
yeah.
Yeah, it says it right there actually. If she places an item in the cauldron, it casts
Yeah, I'm here, so
identify
I'm
on it
whoever gets the top line.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that instead.
once a
You
day.
could have
All
done that
right.
yesterday, bro.
That's true. She could have done it. She had plenty of time to do it the day before, so
I
fuck it. She
completely forgot that it could do that until I looked it up
That's
right now.
funny.
takes that bastard sword and puts it in her
Phone grand.
little
She
cauldron.
like drops it in the cauldron. She like turns it a little bit, lets some magic
Well, the
seep
cauldron's
over it.
like this big, so like half the sword is sticking in there.
I know.
It's enough.
Only the hilt fits in
It's
there.
enough.
With the
Not even
hilt.
the
So I
blade.
don't have to. I'm not gonna prep it then.
All right, then you put it in there, and you release the magic of the cauldron as you study the as you see what the cauldron reveals the magic of the blade to you, and it is it is a +2 furious bastard sword.
Oh shit, that's a powerful blade.
Upgrade.
A
Furious
furious
bastard?
bastard. Damn.
Upgrade.
Furious bastard.
That was what
That's
Wait,
a
where did we
major
find that
upgrade.
from?
the Nuka-Lavi.
When did we
Come on,
find
are you
Yo,
really asking that, Ralph?
back
that-
then?
That was
No,
the
what?
blade it
That's
was
back,
you.
goes
That
all
was
the
the
way back
blade. That
then?
was the blade. It was trying. It was attacking like Cecilia with. Yeah.
That's the fey creature
yeah,
that
good name for the
was.
sword itself. Furious bastard.
I'm gonna ask you very nicely for a +1 furious bastard sword. Rob looks at it and goes, "So what is it?" Look,
Yeah. This is the favored weapon of.
furious.
It is the favored weapon of the Lembo.
It is
Mm.
Kalembor's favorite weapon. Yeah, he's looking at it kind of like with stars in his eyes. Yeah.
Luna sees Roth's excitement and she kind of like toys him. She goes, "How badly do you want this sword?"
When raging and wielding this weapon, the bonuses go up by 2 for
+2 enhancement bonus. All right.
for
Yeah,
for
good.
raging. No,
Oh,
for raging. So if you rage
Mm.
and get +4 strength and +4 con, it's now +6 strength, +6 con.
I thought you like under
Nice.
the effect of a rage spell. It gives you like a +2
Yeah,
bonus
that's
to
what
your
it does.
enhancement.
Yeah, it gives you +2 strength and con and +1 to will saves, but it adds it on top of your rage. It's an
so if
additional
so, if he did that, and then I use boiling blood, would it be a +6 to his strength?
8.
It'd be a
8.
+8.
Mm. Boom, boom, boom.
So I guess Luna is telling him the qualities of it,
Uh-huh.
and Ross says, "May I wants to swing it around.
Yes.
Gesture.
Yeah. It would even complement a spell that I know. You're perfect for it. Absolutely.
Wait, what kind of bonus is the barbarian rage?
It's
This was a
untyped.
morale bonus.
Mm.
No, I think it's morale actually. It's actually. Wait, it's not untyped. It's morale. Yeah.
It's more, yeah, it wouldn't stack. Your spell wouldn't
Damn.
stack with his rage. They're morale bonuses, yeah.
The weapon is untyped though, right?
The weapon,
furious part.
the weapon, you need to be somebody. It only works with somebody that's raging, and what it does is it adds another 2
Okay.
to
So
strength and
that's
con, and a +1 to will. So instead of like if Ruff with uses rage wielding this blade, he'll have +6 strength, +6 constitution, and +2, +3 to his will saves.
listen, man. You already know what I'm gonna say. Gimme.
Say, please.
You know,
Here
Louis,
you
I
go.
have an itching feeling that you were trying to break my weapon and then make me feel good about it.
No, I'm gonna be honest. This fucking
Eventually, like you knew.
I'm gonna be honest. This blade's been here since the Nuka-Lavi fight.
The new Kalavi? I don't remember who that is.
Oh my God! Are you
Oh,
serious?
he might have been there
No.
for
The
that
man with the
fight.
top
No,
hat?
no, no, no. You were running around when you guys got
You
to
were
the
running away from it.
yeah. When you guys yeah, everybody was running away from it except for Sophia. She was trying to get to it.
Hmm. That's
Remember
good.
the water? We were in the water.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Luna
yeah.
teleported away with everybody else, and then you ran
Oh,
away
Yeah,
with
It
fight
was
Khadija.
right before they
Yeah.
entered the Marrow. You guys
So
got to the
feeling like sliced it in half.
yeah, you
Like
guys got to the
Uh,
foci.
that
It
one.
had summoned all this fog cloud, and it was running around in it trying to attack everybody, and
oh,
Mhm.
it
right
shot the
before the
breath
cerebrotic plot.
weapon,
It was like
shot the
the last
breath
We,
minute.
weapon,
we had to teleport away.
gave everybody
Mhm.
this, gave half the party this fucking disease they're dealing with. That thing, yeah,
Mhm.
it had a sword. It had a sword.
I had a bastard sword.
Yeah, I described it as like I described it as like a shining
this is
bastard
the thing with
sword
no
with
skin,
like
right?
I think like the edge of the sword I said was like blood red in color, like the trim around
The thing
the
with
edge of
no
the
skin.
blade.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you describe it to me,
that
when you
thing.
describe it to
Oh,
me, I remember
okay.
that it sounded to me like a regular bastard sword. You were describing it. I remember.
Definitely
That's
masterwork,
fucking
yeah.
dope.
But
That's
yeah, it
definitely
was
dope. No, I like
that
that.
yeah,
I like that.
that was
I
what
didn't realize it had a
they had that. Yeah.
sword. Okay.
Sweet.
Nice. Ross swings it around a few times, does a little flourish, and he's like, I feel some power
Mighty weapon.
fading within, calls to me. Something about it resonates inside. Perhaps this will be the blade that I use, that I channel. One of my rather, uh, one of my rather, uh, uh, one of my rather divine gifts from them.
It's rather fitting. Isn't that the favorite weapon of your patron deity?
Ah, it is the feeling that you have a good eye. Also, a keen mind of the religious, uh, the religious, uh, uh,
Wait, does
the
she know that?
religious
I
detail
should do a knowledge
of
check.
Calembra.
Right?
Right.
Definitely should do a knowledge check.
Bastard sword,
I guess if it's sort of simple, right? You can see it
these
in now.
two-handed, long-hilted broadsword are the favorite weapon of Calembra. It is said that Calembra wielded one while he was still a mortal. And
Yeah, she knows.
oh yeah, of course. Okay, so she basically tells him shut the fuck up. He goes, ha, okay,
No. She only knows
okay,
basic. No, she only knows
I
basic.
Yeah, so-
It's an untrained check. Go continue. She only knows
oh,
the basic stuff. Yeah.
ah, well, Celembor wielded such a sword in his mortal life before he ascended to godhood. It was given the name Fatal Touch. As after he ascended, and it was used to dispatch undead. It was said with
mm,
one blow. Um, perhaps this is a sign that I might too find a name for such a. I
I
will
don't.
take some time with this
I don't
Azarath.
think.
Oh,
I don't think it was a coincidence. It was. It was fate that you found this masterful blade here.
hmm.
Perhaps a blessing from your lord.
My faith has once again uh was once again been found uh favorable by the Lord of the Dead. I must say, for our time here to come to a head with such a discovery, ha, it mustn't have been simple chance. Thank you, Luna. I will make uh, good use of this.
I don't say I've never
And
given you anything. She gives you a sly
he,
smile.
he swings it around a few more times, but this time with a little bit more uh, panache, if he's even allowed to say that. And then stows
Sophia
it.
whispers. Sophia whispers to Lucian. Wow, this is the
mm.
happiest I've ever seen him. He's usually all grumpy.
It's just like, oh yeah, look at him. Like a kid is like a fat child with a toy. Look at him. He loves it.
You guys humor me. Perhaps I might display on some unfortunate undead just what a new toy in the hands of Roth, Scar, Grimtown looks like.
Hmm.
Mm.
Pun intended. Looks like the eye in your throat.
Damn. Ah,
This guy came back
you,
to the farm realm, son.
Adler,
with a
go back
third
to your
with a
trance.
third eye.
You
With
are
a
not
third
going
eye.
to waste our
Before
time
you.
here by your simple jokes.
And go back to your trance.
Yes, that dude, yeah, if you're gonna keep that in character, my dude peeked
No.
over here real quick. So you've been
So
paying attention the whole time.
throughout your right,
He was bluffing us.
throughout the right, where Adler had set up a series of expensive um, uh, incenses and herbs in order to help him maintain this focus and on meditating and contemplating the void before him. As this
Mm.
void reveals in the darkness shapes beyond description to his psyche, to his knowledge, to his it gifts him with insights to and seek insights and secrets that he can't fully form cohesively in his mind, but in certain moments they come in these brief flashes only to fade away again. Still there, but spontaneously flowing through the recesses of his mind. Only Adler could describe, or at least attempt to describe, what he experienced. Because as he awakens and stands from the edge and turns to your group and can inform the group that the rite is complete. As for him, although he will now become plagued with persistent awful dreams, as if he wasn't already,
Jesus
dreams
Christ.
that he can't recall with perfect clarity, but they will leave him drawn and pale with sleeplessness. And sometimes he remembers the snippets of the dream, but then will shudder, push them out of his mind. The effects of this that has on his psyche and on his body, of course, will give you a permanent -1 to your constitution. However,
Permanent -1.
yeah. However, you have Adler, you have discovered the secret of manipulating and creating interfaces between the sane world and the far realm. You are now
Uh-oh.
a practitioner of cerebrosis.
Cerebro.
You are
What the fuck
officially
does that mean?
you are officially a cerebrant.
A cerebromancer? What'd you say?
No, it's a cerebrant.
Cerebrant.
And I will be adding the feat to your character sheet and the new see 1, 2, 3, 4, four new spells that you now have.
Ooh, upgrades.
Keep the one.
So, as Adler turns away from the pit, you see his face and his whole body, for that matter, is like completely pale. It's like his skin is like ashen, and his cheeks are a little more sunken in.
You're
His
looking like you need some of Luna's cooking.
his eyes are wide, and you could see like his dragonfly pupils, whereas normally they're like they're like a normal like dark brown for humans. Instead of being that, it's like a bright purple. So they almost look like what you call it like an amethyst. You know how they're faceted? It looks like that on like his on his pupils now. And there's like tears like coming.
Amethyst on the
There's,
pupils.
yeah, his pupils look like amethyst. Cause it's like purple. It's like really bright purple, but it's segmented like a bug's eye would be. So it kind of looks like a jewel in a way because of like how it's like shining. Um, and even though he's kind of covered in amoebic like rain, you could see like he's crying because the tears are kind of like purplish as well too. Like it has like a purplish kind of tints to it as it kind of like leaks down his face.
Roth says, well, as he stands, Roth would be like, watching. Probably would have rose to his feet after, assuming he was sitting somewhere. And as everyone gathers to come around you, probably to see what the fuck you're gonna say, Roth would be like the last one to approach. Pale lady already out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um. So Adler walks forward, and he's looking down at his hands, and they look a little more like wrinkled, and there's like his skin is like pruning, as if he's been as if he's been in the bath for too long. And he rubs his fingers together. The view was transcendent. So much to tell, so many stories all intertwined, all the beautiful views.
Well, we have a long trek back to Crumhold and then Daggerford. Plenty of time for you to tell us all about it. We're glad to have you back with us, Adam. Had us worried there for a little.
These a sea of clear, sparkling amoebic liquid. Towers infinitely rising on the horizon. Small little holes in each side. You could see them moving inside. You could see them looking back at you. A reality is just one big eyeball watching you, observing, never truly doing anything, just watching. Beautiful. It whispered the most amazing things to me. Secrets, lessons, ideas. I can't wait to share them all.
Well, I want to hear all about it. I have so many notes I want to write.
Roth, I see you have a new addition. And he reaches out and
Oh, and you
puts
see
a
the
finger at the
and you
eyeball.
see the two dead bodies of these fucking things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
We kept you
my.
staying.
Is
Roth
that what I
says,
think it is?
Mm-hmm. It's a what the
"What
Mm.
fuck.
were these
What the fuck is
interlopers?"
that? Yeah,
It's the,
that's exactly what you think it is, Adelar.
that's the name of it. It says, what the fuck.
Uh,
What do you think they are, these interlopers?
Roll a 4.
hmm.
I don't know what they are, actually. Never mind.
They're
Hey,
dead.
I think a 32 will still give me something.
Right.
Oh, that's what you got on? Damn,
Yeah.
I didn't even look at the roll. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
wait,
The hell,
28,
28.
23, 11, 11,
What the hell you
Mm-hmm.
11.
got 20? That's super high. What the hell
No,
did you
I should
roll?
actually that should be 21. That should be plus 21.
So 25. Still good.
Yeah.
He knows something.
Yeah, the plus 21 in parentheses is with the plus 7 extra bonus. Wait,
Oh,
21.
okay.
Yeah. 21. Oh, minus 1 because of the amoeba thing. So 20. 24 plus 20, 24 in total. Well, you are able to tell your comrades what this is, although it is concerning what this is, and may be wise to maybe get the fuck out. You from dreams and insights and your experience or experiences with the far realm, and followed by your studies that you made in regards to the dreams, in regards to the alien insights that you acquired over your years, you were able to find text and scrolls by those who at least
Those
attempted
who
to
came
study as much as they can of the far realm, as well as accounts and stories of those who have dealt with aberrations and beings from beyond. And these have matched something that you recall may have been amongst the most frightening because these creatures are known as the Buccaneers. It is a
Buccaneers? What?
name. I said Buccaneers. Rucaneer.
Buccaneers.
It's a name given to them, for they are actually created. They were created
Uh oh. Someone
by
sent them here.
a race of beings that have made the far realm their home. And with their
What?
magic and their knowledge of the far realm,
Well, that intrigues Sophia's attention.
they
Piqued her.
this happens to be just one of their creations. A heavily armored monster created by these far realm descendants of ancient wizards who had made their home in the far realm, whether willingly or not. They are there, and there are stories of them, stories of this race of beings known as the Chaortai. The Chaortai
That's
Chaota.
where that's where the chaotic
actually
Hulk comes from.
actually have an express purpose of wanting to lay waste to regions that they fear to enter. It is thought that they created the first of these Rucaneers by exposing monstrous scorpions to energy from the far realm.
Shit.
It appears they were a bit too successful, but these creatures are so destructive, they're not even allowed near the enclaves of the Chaortai.
Damn. Chaota.
They are aberrations, quite clumsy beings, though, in their movement, but strong and full of powerful endurance, surprisingly intelligent. However, due to the far realm's corruption and twisting of their psyche, there's not much of their psyche left. The bite, the the bites deliver an otherworldly poison that corrodes at the reflexes and nervous system of living creatures. They have a powerful, sundering, roaring sonic attack that can deafen all beings nearby, as well as as well as the ability to harness that sonic energy and focus it on one point or one being and shatter their very and shatter the object or creatures. They Their biology allows them to quickly heal back their wounds. They're typically evil in alignment, and should you get those who have been struck, it is said that getting struck by that tail slam can cause enemies to reel and stunned from the pain and damage.
Damn.
No one's been hit by the tail, but yeah, the that huge freaking thing in the back. That would be a slam attack if you got hit. That thing can stun you. So it's got a lot of
That was
debuffs. The bite can poison you. It's got a sundering roar. The and then the tail thing can stun you. Lot of heavy debuff kind of creature. And if
so,
you attack
so
Yeah.
Felix got death.
and if you hit it with a weapon, it can shatter your weapon. Its body can grind against your weapon and shatter it with its
Yeah,
armor.
I saw that shit. The platelets was like
Yeah.
freaking moving. I'm like, what in the world is that? Yeah, it's a problem, bro. It's a problem.
Oh, wait a second. Lewis, was Sophia still deaf all this time? Didn't you get
No, no,
deafened
no.
by that creature?
That ended after 9 rounds.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
because then we would
it was
have to do a
temporary.
sick ass time
It was
edit.
temporary. It wasn't it wasn't permanent.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
double checked.
after,
I was like, is this shit permanent? But yeah. Um
so Aller explains
knowing
what
that
that.
yeah, oh yeah, I would say knowing that Rukinir came out of that void, there might be an enclave of these creatures, which means there might be a nearby Chaortai enclave beyond that. Hopefully not, but yeah. Go ahead. Now he can.
So Aller explains these creatures. How could I make a comparison? They are, hmm, they are a byproduct of the Chaortai,
Is somebody
a
cooking?
group. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I'm doing a lot. Is it distracting?
It sounds loud. Yeah.
Hmm. So Aller explains they are a byproduct, pets of a cabal from long ago. They found their way to the far realms for reasons that have long since been lost to the analogs of time, but there they went. And they used the secrets they found there to create these things. Kind of like their more terrestrial counterparts did with the creation of the owlbears. Except, well, unlike your typical magical beast, this creature evolved in ways that they found, well, uncontrollable. If this is here, perhaps they are here as well too. In either case, the sights were beautiful to see. The Cabal, however, the Kiortai, that definitely was not part of the sights I came to see. Mm.
Hmm.
I think I
Well,
remember bringing up the chaotic Hulk earlier on before we got into this fight. I just randomly brought it up. I didn't think we would actually bump into this creature, but it was before you fought this.
well, this Rookaneer came asking for trouble, and trouble we gave it.
Oh, let's hope that we don't come across another one.
This Chaotai, though, definitely information we should let Delphin know back in Daggerford
Delvin.
and Lady Eljeet.
Absolutely.
I wonder if they use this place as the nexus to jump over into. Where did this creature come from?
She points north towards that direction.
Did it climb
and they
out of
headed
the
down.
pit?
That I do
Yeah,
not know.
yeah, they did. I described it.
Okay, yeah.
They climbed out of the void.
Yes, they climbed out of the pit.
So then I was not. I was right. The book was correct. On the other side of that pit, I truly did stare into the far realms. The Kiyortai, they left this reality. They went to the far realms. If this creature climbed from outside the pit, that means on the other side of the pit truly is the far realms. The Kiyortai are there on the other side.
These Karotai, did they pose any threat to us or anyone around this region if they were to come through?
I wouldn't let them buy homes next to Brahm. That's for sure.
Oh, that's
I,
one way to be
I
relating.
sense I sense great evil from these beings that we fought right before we slayed them. They're creators. Is it reasonable to assume they also have evil intent?
Matt, I
If
sent you. You can check your WhatsApp. I sent you the info.
Mm. Mm. Well, well, Adler, he has a strange look on his face as he looks down at the Rukineer, and he looks away from it with his new eyes, and he wipes the purplish tears off his face and licks it off of his hand. And he shakes the amoebic slime off of him, only to have it reappear on him again. And he goes, I can't help but think that that's a sign. It's just so similar. Why would they crawl out now? The reason why is because ages ago, a group of curious wizards sought to pierce the boundaries of known reality, penetrate the distant dimensions on the other side of this reality. The region that I'm talking about, the far realms, madness and nightmares. The explorers felt confident that their abilities would help them be able to make contact and keep their sanity. If only they had the conversation with Char before then, huh? Well, unfortunately, their confidence was misplaced, which serves as no surprise. Not moments after their arrival in the far realms, they were absorbed by a nameless entity. The explorers were transformed into terrible natives of the far realms, becoming the first Keyortais. The explorers went mad and forgot all they knew of the material plane, and the gateway between far realm and the material plane disturbed them. The newly formed Keyortais acted without thought, traveling back through the portal to destroy it. Doing so removed the source of their pain in the far realms, but it stranded the Keyortais on the material plane. a realm now deadly to the very fabric of their beings. Many of the new Kyortai succumbed before they succeeded in encrystalling themselves within the secluded wizard school from which they had first set out. From the first of these cysts, the Kyortai have spread out to menace our world. Humanoid in shape, they must dress in a form-fitting armor made of thick resins and tissues grown and cultivated by the Kyortai's alchemists. Whenever one ventures from its cyst, the Kyortais, in a resin suit, they look like an emaciated human with elongated arms and legs. It has 3 long fingers and a long thumb on each hand. It moves in a slithery and undulating manner, and it has a bulbous head that's affixed to a body with a long neck. The Kyotai's face almost remains hidden behind these flaps and windings of resin. Outside this resin suit, the Kyotai is decidedly non-human in appearance. Its skin is brownish in color and swirled by these livid pinks and reds and purples, and they seem to almost be transparent and liquid as it slithers and runs over the creature's visible entrails. The Kyotai's fingers are little more than boneless tendrils. His face looks like that of melted spider faces. Palms constantly secreting a thick green resin that can be crafted by their smiths into weapons of armor, resin enforced in their layers like insects. They stand at 7 feet tall. While being 7 feet tall, they weigh nothing but 100 pounds. Untouched by the gravity of normal realities, their physiology evolved this way. Of course, they speak their own language, picking up smatters of many of the languages during their interrogation of prisoners. Most of them can speak Common and Sylvan. That's all I was able to gather in my studies. Most of that knowledge was procured at Sorcerer's Insular. And some of it was ironically found right here, just now, told to me by the very
Well,
pit itself.
thank you, Adler, for the information you're providing. It would have been helpful, at least for the Urukani, if you were with us when we faced them. We were caught by surprise somewhat, but we dealt with them. Now, this issue with the Kaartai, definitely this area needs to be monitored. Um, at least not exactly in here, but at least the surrounding area. They sound they could pose a threat and they could destabilize this region here. Uh, and even the lizard folks are at danger as well. Them more so than any human settlement. But we should warn our allies at Crumhold as well that in case of anything, they should have a plan B to retreat back to Waterdeep if needed be. Hopefully, this is not a precursor of more than coming out of that abyss. Unfortunately, we don't have a means to be able to seal this. So, however, the information we acquired here is very valuable. So we'll be able to pass on this knowledge to those that will be able to do something. Good work, Adler.
Who would have thought? I came to climb a mountain and we possibly found an invasion.
Yes, who would have thought indeed? Why can't
And
we? It seems that even just sightseeing and exploring always turns into quite an adventure for us.
The next place we go, I hope it's a beach because this is getting ridiculous.
Ah, the Sword Coast, perhaps? When we trek to Waterdeep, we could take that route and perhaps stop by a beach. It's along the way.
What did you guys do to Sabuna? Why does she look so sick?
So, Buna.
Ah, she's been through a lot. She's a trooper. She'll be okay.
All right.
Oh, that's the first.
Well, as your characters gather their stuff and start trekking back to the foci,
Mm-hmm.
say about 4 hours later, about an hour away from the foci, Lucian spots these strange flying creatures. They look like massive tentacles and tendrils and worms and all sorts of
Corruption is
all sorts
spinning
of
out.
random
Uh,
appendages, and then they shape themselves suddenly as if into a winged reptile, large beak, um, pteranodon,
a pseudo natural
pseudo-natural
pteranodon.
pteranodons. One of them
Uh,
Oh
looking,
shit!
one of them
I'm starting
A
to get
looking,
good
dinosaur.
at this out of character.
one of them, one of them looking about half as large as the other two, as they take their, as they're flying about the skies. Um, they Lucian points them out to the group as you see them in the distance in the skies, and they fly perpendicular to your characters, and you wonder if they had spotted you because being pseudo-natural versions of the pteranodons and
As soon as we see,
inside a cerebral blot, they could be very aggressive.
as soon as Lucian points that out, so Felix speaks up. Luna, that spell you casted before, the fog. Quickly, cast it around us
Um,
to avoid detection.
are we sure?
Luna, they're getting closer. We're gonna get spotted. Unless you want to face those monstrosities that are flying over us. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I don't think it's best looking at the health of the rest of the party. Quickly.
All right.
Are you sure? About to be pteranodon lunch. Luna gets snatched.
She'll end
Bye.
up being the first one getting smashed. she would, she looks like the one that will put the less of a fight. She's the quicker,
Very
the easiest target.
suicidal
Let's grab
lately.
snatch
Like,
her.
you sure?
I got dimension door. Okay, we just got a blast. All right.
Listen to your commanding officer.
That what she does?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Louis,
Your
we're gonna do
characters
stealth.
covered in the fog,
Yeah, we're gonna stay
and
put until it
she can see
passes over.
she can see through it. And everyone else is like, you can't see shit really after after the first 5 feet. But she's able to keep an eye on the skies, and
Who, Luna? Oh, that's dope.
Luna, yeah, she can see through it.
That's fine. We're staying put until it flies over.
So what she
We're not
does
moving.
is she watches their flight pattern. It actually did look like they had kind of turned a bit, started going their way, and then they lowered themselves in altitude, and then had stopped lowering themselves, and they just like flew over. the cloud, but she can see how their necks had like twisted down, looking towards like the cloud that she conjured. The and they continue on their way. Um, that was a good call on Sophilia's part. It
What?
it definitely had deterred them from wanting to attack.
Nice.
All right.
Quick thinking.
Thank you. Good good job, Luna. Your magic once again saved us.
No, shucks. I'm just
So
doing
we
what I can.
so we continue with our trek.
And you continue your trek. You've you know um find your way back to the foci where it's the same manner to shift yourselves back as it took to enter the marrow of the block. And your characters are able to breathe sigh of relief as you enter a realm that's very familiar and a lot more comfortable than where you just came from.
On the way
Us
out, on the way out,
no
can I cut off a piece of that? A piece of that. What you call it? That gibbling mouther.
Also, Adler wants to go back to that spot. Yeah, rough survival. You're able to go back to that, find that spot again,
I'm gonna need survival to start cutting pieces off to do alchemy, aren't I? God bless America.
and you yeah, you cut off some pieces off the dead gibbering mouther.
Mm.
Been hacked to pieces.
You just
And
study it,
so
so I
yeah, you
know
do
how
that.
it's physically created. Because I'm going
And
to be some.
you excuse me, and you get to yeah, you're back. You're back and fully entirely in the
Home, sweet
material
home.
plane. Um
It's a relief to not have that invasive rain.
I
Ah,
prefer this swamp over that gooey substance that was raining on us and that we were walking on. Sometimes I felt that I was walking on the entrails of like intestines and other body parts. I mean, it felt more way. Good to be at the, not that I like swamps much, but good to be back on what's familiar.
I hear that. A warm meal just sounds really nice. What? Excuse me? I thought you'd never ask.
you going to get rid of it already? I thought it would look nice.
Well, we're gonna keep it. There's things we need to know more about.
I mean, it does make you look distinguished. Maybe you should rock it for a, but that's not the word you would use. Maybe you should, maybe you should, leave it there for a couple of days. You know, I'm kind of envious. I wish I got a third eye. That you know,
huh, um that was a 5 hour journey, which had your characters trekking through 3 more hours
Yeah,
before you
Addie's ready to pass out, bro.
before you rest
Addie's ready.
again. Yeah.
So he's
Find a spot to rest. The uh the night goes by uneventful. Yeah, the night seems to go by uneventful, and then um as Roth can make a survival check to trailblaze, see how fast you can get you guys back to Crom's hold. See what kind of DCPD.
in. Nah, I gotta go. But I had to hang out for a little bit. I had to. It was too intense to just leave.
yeah. Yeah, I gotta go
I
too.
agree on that one.
Yeah.
Roll the fucking check.
I think we all.
You're right.
That was mad aggressive. That was mad aggressive, bro. Damn. Yeah. +8. So,
Am
and
I
I'll
rolling
give
a
my
slavery check now?
yeah.
And you give yourself what?
No 8 another's? Damn, you guys are wild. No, that's it.
No eight another's.
All right. Guess y'all
Here
want
we
to
go.
stay here all day.
I know Lucian usually aid.
Yeah.
Motherfucker's a mistake, bro.
There you go. 21.
So
So
Rolf,
feeling
yeah,
Sorrow. So feeling
Rolf
Sorrow
is
the
busy
group.
trailblazing.
He wants to.
He
It's
looks
the
to Lucian
Sophia
and he's
H.
like,
Should give him.
I don't know.
It's Sophia H. Should give
Wait,
him
what
the
happened?
maximum penalty.
I would say take it
Oh, he
in.
like
I would
begrudgingly
say
helps
take it
out.
in. Take it in character if you like. So you're not helping this day? I see.
Right, right.
And Lucian's like, oh shit. All right. Don't use that sword.
Don't
Um,
use that food.
no
Don't give
fury,
me
no
grief.
furious. Um, all right. So with the combination of the two survivalists, you're able to trailblaze and make it to Crum's Hold in a day.
Nice.
You go through the swamp, the marsh, and did not come upon any sort of encounter that would have there was an encounter, but your characters are able to avoid that one too, as it this creature didn't seem to notice you, but you easily noticed it in the distance. Um,
Mm.
Roth's seen it before on a watch. He doesn't know if it's the same one, but that gargantuan sized monstrous centipede.
Centipede going through the
Yeah,
yeah.
he can see that shit again. He's like, this fucking thing. There it is again. Um,
Damn.
you see
There's a
that
good place
shit.
to
You
come
see
level.
that shit. Yeah, you see that shit fucking moving through the bogs and up on a tree,
Hmm.
and then it
It's crazy,
starts to move
son.
away. Um,
Yeah.
your characters, yeah, are able to avoid that.
I want to see a
And
fight between it and Void Coil. See who wins.
surprise,
Mm.
yeah. Good thing is,
My money's on
no,
wood
no,
coil.
your characters managed to. You didn't bump into any will-o-wisps or dark tentacles bent
Willow
on,
Wisp.
Willow
bent
Wisp.
That was
or
crazy.
dark
Willow Wisp.
tentacles bent on revenge. But
No red eye. No red eye
No red
officers.
eyes.
No red eyes
No lizard
officers.
folk looking for revenge.
yeah, yeah. You didn't bump into any. You've seen signs of lizard folk like having passed through the areas you've traveled through, but you haven't bumped into any of them in particular.
Mm.
Looking
Um,
for a rematch. Got it.
but yeah, you passed by several areas where there was lizard folk had traveled through also. And you see
Yeah.
Crom's
She
Hold up on the hills. Your characters
she
make their way
actually she
back.
actually wanted she actually wanted to run into Kushak to warn him what's going on in the Lizard's March, so he could warn his
Mm,
people. She kind of was like, wish she encountered him, but I guess
right. You're
didn't meant
wishing
to
to
happen.
bump into him, or even bump into
She,
any lizard folk, and
any Lizard folk
that wasn't
to spread the
hostile.
word.
Yeah, that wasn't hostile.
Right,
Even
Right,
right.
like,
right. Friendly.
do you know of Kusha? They're like,
Well,
yes,
Kushak got an invitation. He has a letter. He knows where to find Sophia or her people at least. So
we know of
i-
Kusha.
if they ever spread out, I could see him going Kushak going to Daggerford asking for help. So we're good.
Probably, yeah.
Probably recruit
In a
Kushak
perfect world.
to join the Night Watch temporarily.
Oh, snap.
Temporary NPC. Get his levels up.
Who's just
So he can
joining me?
temporarily.
You Jimbei?
Mm.
Yes,
Just
she does.
You want a Jimbei
She,
character to join?
she did
That
try to
comes.
recruit him though, but
Yeah,
she
she
didn't get
did.
those diplomacies though.
She was
She tried to recruit him.
she was real close.
She was close, yeah.
She was real
He was
close.
almost a member of the Night Watch.
But he's considering it. He's considering it.
That was a
Ooh.
cool little addition.
He's gonna be like Jinbei, man. Gotta come back all strong and shit. Like
Well, he
my
would have had
parents
to.
told me.
Yeah. After he leaves the Sun Pirates and
He
shit,
would have
leaves the Red Eye Pirates.
he would have had to retrain to fit in to catch up. He's got
Mm-hmm.
warrior levels,
That's
but he's
Ah, we turn to a fighter or some shit, right?
but right, yeah, I was gonna say he'll have to retrain. You have to vouch for him at the Tempest. Although
Yep.
the problem is that there'd be some people there that would be very prejudiced against the Lizard folk, so you would have
But,
fucking lizard
Yeah.
folk, man.
right.
once he puts metal in battle, they'll
Be
welcome
like,
him.
"You
You know,
trading
Tempest
this
is all about showing
motherfucker," right?
your warrior
I don't know
prowess.
Yeah.
with his temperament. From what I've seen, it seems like he has the personality to withstand that kind of social pressure.
Kushak wouldn't give a
From
shit,
what I've
right?
seen,
Kushak would just
yeah.
Right. He
be
wouldn't
like,
care.
"All right."
So we get a level,
It's not
right?
like
Is that
it's
what
not it's pretty
Two level.
it's random in Daggerford. Like it depends on who you talk to. Some of them are like fuck those lizard folk, like Bando. Others are like I don't really care. They don't
Damn, Bando's right. That's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
I don't bother them. They don't
Yeah, the
bother
fuck with the lizard folk.
me. And other people are
Or
like, oh, lizard folk. They're not much of a problem. I mean, some merchants are like, I've traded with a few members from their tribes, so.
Yeah.
Because on a on an average, they're a neutral group of humanoid.
Right.
They're
They're like humans. Like when it comes to like they
I
could be
see them as the lizards from Overlord.
yeah,
yeah, that guy he's a
Yeah,
shaman.
exactly.
He's got like that.
exactly. They're exactly
Yeah.
like that. Like if you want
Just
just
like that. Yep.
a neutral, straight neutral lizard folk tribe just doing their
He's
thing and
dope.
living and surviving, like
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
that. Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
how that's like the closest like I've seen to like
He's huge.
a D&D society of lizard folk. And like in early D&D, they would always throw them out there like they're
Shit.
monsters to fucking just
Mm-hmm.
fuck with. But
Like goblins.
right,
Like goblins.
but
Right.
as the game progressed, like they progressed the lizard folk into more of a
yeah.
you
They got
know
more culture.
yeah, pretty much.
Right,
But
right.
They just kind of stuck like in the Stone
they
Age
gave
a
yeah,
little bit,
pretty
you know.
much they gave them
Humans
culture
are more
was
civilized.
what they did.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
All
So
yeah,
they're the
right.
barbs of society
yeah,
besides work.
that was my favorite. That was my favorite arc of Overlord. I liked all the stuff with the lizard folk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could
Oh, and
tell
even Goblin Slayer, even in Goblin Slayer, they have like a lizard
you
that's
could
part of
tell
the party.
I knew
Oh
I
yeah,
knew
they do. He's like a
yeah
druid or something, right?
I knew the writer had to have played D&D, man. I was like, there's no way this dude wrote all this and did not play Dungeons and Dragons. Like that's
Overlord
On
had a
the
impossible.
lot of
way.
D&D. It had a lot of
Yeah.
And
D&D
then when he
elements.
Influence.
and then when Climb took out that bell and rang it and it
Hmm.
unlocked everything, I said,
Yeah.
Hmm.
okay, this is definitely Dungeons and Dragons.
The
That was
chime of
that
opening and
who
closing.
chime of opening.
Hmm.
Chime of opening. That's only from
Mm.
Dungeons and Dragons. And
Yeah.
Right.
to coincidentally see it in a fantasy anime, a chime
You're not trying
that
to get
Hmm.
crazy.
unlocks things. This motherfucker plays D&D, and then
You're not trying to get
Hmm.
with
I
those.
found out it is based off of it is based off of a D&D I think it was it was based off of a third edition D&D campaign that they were running.
Mm.
Oh wow, that's pretty
See, they
sick.
got to turn that shit into an anime, and look, everybody ate it up. If we did that shit, people would eat our shit up, bro. They'd sit down every goddamn night to eat this
That's where you
dinner right
notice
here.
when they name some of the spells, and
Hmm.
they're like, I think they did. There was a part in the anime where they're talking about like they would basically they cast. I think it was I don't know who casted it, but they casted Control Weather, and one of the
Mhm.
fucking I think it was a priest or somebody was like
I think it's the
spell.
lizard druid.
They were like, oh, that's yeah, it was the lizard folk. They were like, that spell,
Hmm.
it's so powerful. It's I forgot what they said. I think they said it was like a six something or six tier. They
They
said six
numbered it, right?
tier.
They numbered
Six,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
I said
they
yes,
numbered it.
yes, Mr.
Tiers.
Lizard Folk.
Okay.
That is a sixth level spell. How did you?
Yeah.
This is Dungeons and Dragons. I'm watching a D&D game with Overlord. That's the main reason I like Overlord because it's so much
Yeah.
D&D. This dude,
Yeah.
and when they were somebody casted. I think that when they're talking about like resurrection, they were like, "That's a fifth level tier." I said, "Yeah, yeah, Raised Dead is fifth level."
I love when they
Oh,
say shit
Mike,
like that. I love when they
Mike,
talk
how
about
the
shit
fuck
like that.
they
Why
play
are they name dropping like this?
Man.
They when
Because
they
they know
describe
that's like a nod.
when they described Ainz shit, they were basically trying to say epic level without saying it. He
Oh,
was having
basically,
yeah,
yeah.
all his shit was epic level.
Yeah, that was an epic level
It
campaign.
was epic level of camp. Yeah, with his
Mhm.
or him and all that shit, definitely epic level.
Yeah, I will go.
I
Yo,
gents.
All
GG
right.
Smokes. I love the RP
That was an
tonight. That was
awesome
that
ass
was
fucking
meaty. That
session.
was meaty.
That was
That was
mad
thick
RP.
RP. Thick RP in Night Watch. About time.
That was dope.
Honestly,
Good show,
I want another
fellas.
double week of fucking of Thursday, but I know I'll never get it. It's okay.
He
And
had quite a
shout out to
few
Dave
double
because I
weeks.
know you fucking popped in here for a little bit. I saw
He
you.
did.
Don't
I
think I
saw
didn't
him
see you
too.
more.
He wasn't here for a while in the beginning, but I haven't seen him in there for a bit. I think he left like an hour and
Yeah,
a
he
half
might have went
ago
to
or
Twitch
something.
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good
Peace,
night.
everyone.
Good
Please.
night.
Good night.